Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is part 1 of our story. If you like this what if story and want to see part 2, let me know in the comments below. Before we start, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Also, check the description for more great content and my playlist. This story was posted by Jadic13 on Wattpad. Now let's start. Games. There have been many throughout the millennia and soon they became a norm among the population. However, there was one game that stood above many, and that game was Duel Monsters. The game first came out at the beginning of the year 2000 and quickly rose in popularity. At first it was just a normal card game you play with friends, but then a corporation known as Kaiba Corp teamed up with Industrial Illusions, the company that made Duel Monsters. Create a device known as the Duel Disc. With them it would create holograms when the cards are placed on them. It only got better with the creation of the solid vision system, which allowed duelists to interact with the monsters, almost making them real. The game became so popular that there are even pro leagues and celebrities. You've probably heard of them: Wheeler, Kaiba, Truesdale, or the most well-known Muto. I want to be just like them. This is the story of how I became one of the greatest duelists in the entire world. Knock knock. 1. Izuku, wake up. Izuku, groan. Sai takes out horn. Izuku, scared. The boy named Izuku jumped up hearing the loud horn being blown. There stood a appealing woman with a curvy, well-built body with a smile on her face. Izuku, scared. Grandma. Why did you do that? Nana, smile. Hee. Oh, stop being a scaredy cat. Now get up or you'll be late. Izuku looked over to his clock which hadn't gone off yet and his eyes widened. Izuku, shocked. It's only 7 o'clock. Nana, yep. Izuku, the exams don't start until 9:30. Nana, well yeah, but sign-ups start at 8:30, so hurry and get ready. Your mother is already making breakfast. With that she walked out of the room. Izuku sighed. He could never understand how his grandmother could be so young and energetic despite being in her late 50s. He got up and headed to the bathroom to get ready, but not before picking up his deck. Ever since he was young, Izuku has loved DM, but up until recently he wasn't very good at it. It wasn't because he didn't know how to play the game, it was because he always got nervous and overthinking things, not to mention he didn't have the money to buy new cards to help build his deck. He often got bullied by kids his age, the worst being his ex-childhood Katsuki Bakugo. He would beat him, and even at one point told him to take his own life and pray to be a better duelist next life. Of course, this ended their friendship, but Izuku promised that he would beat him someday. Izuku, it's a good thing he got sent to that prep school. But I will be better. I'm not the same as before. Nervous, I think. After brushing his teeth and taking a shower, he headed downstairs to see his mother Inko Midoriya cooking. A/N. I mean, there are no quirks, so of course she looks like this, but come on, it's Inko. Inko, smile. Morning, sweetie. Izuku, smiles. Morning, mom. Inko, smirk. Let me guess, grandma. Izuku, Nana, what? I had to make sure he was ready for his big day. I just know you're gonna do great. Izuku simply nodded before they noticed the nervous look on his face. Inko, sad, still thinking about that day. Izuku, why yeah, a bit. It's just. You don't expect someone you looked up to tell you that you couldn't be a pro. Nana, hey, come on, forget about him. That fool didn't know what he was talking about. Plus you have a new hero, now don't you? Izuku smiled as he pulled out his deck and took out one card. This card was a rare card that was thought to be one of a kind, but he got a copy of it and it was from someone who taught him that dueling should be fun no matter if you win or lose. Izuku, smile. I'm ready. I just have to show them what I can do. Inko, smile. That's the spirit. Now eat up, you can't duel on an empty stomach. Izuku nodded and ate his breakfast. Once he was done, he jumped into Nana's car and they drove to the entrance exam to get into one of the best schools to learn to become a pro duelist. The school was originally created by Seto Kaiba, however soon other countries made their own duel academies to try and compete with it, but it always stayed on top. Every year it holds an exam to get into the school. First is the written exam, which you need a 60 to pass, however the most important part is the practical exam in which you show off your skills. If you lose here you automatically fail and won't be able to take the exam again until next year or be put in the general studies if you pass the written exam. Time skip. After a while they made it to the school. It was ginormous. Izuku couldn't help but be amazed. Nana, Alright, we're here. Izuku, right, thanks, Grandma. Izuku got out of the car, but before he could get out he couldn't move as Nana held him back before he could get out. Nana, smile, aren't you forgetting something? Where's my goodbye kiss? Izuku, blush ww. Grandma, I'm not a baby anymore. However, he soon regretted saying that as Nana dropped her smile and had a dark aura around her. Nana, sinister, who since when did you start talking back? Are you saying you're too good to give your dear grandmother a kiss goodbye? Izuku, scared, no. Nana, sinister, well. I'm waiting A/N, not in the H, or maybe next time. After being embarrassed and kissing her goodbye, Izuku made it to the sign-ups. Nana, glare, I'm gonna kill Toshinori when I see him. Location, duel stadium. Inside the stadium, many duels were going on different rings. The exam worked like this: the examinees would duel and an instructor in a duel. The instructors will use basic starter decks with slight modifications, enough to be a challenge but standard enough to beat. We see one duel going on where a bob hair girl is struggling in her duel. Achiko, worried, oh man, come on, I can't lose like this. We take a glance at the top where the two recommendation students are looking over the others. Momo, her playstyle is pretty sloppy if I do say. Shoto. On the other side, we see a spiky-haired blonde boy sitting with a group of his friends for what he calls sizing up the competition. This is Katsuki Bakugao, or as kids from his old school would call him, the resident PP head. Unlike Izuku, Katsuki grew up better than most. His mother was a model and his father was a fashion designer. Because of this, he was able to get better at DM than most his age and would pick on Izuku for not being good to the point he bullied him. Crony 1. Man, not much talent here, right, Bakugao? Crony 2. I'll say, I think the only ones that might be a problem are the recommendation students. Katsuki, TSK, they're just a bunch of extras that got lucky, they just haven't faced a real duelist. Female student, you're the best, Katsuki, you beat your instructor in record time and didn't lose any life points. Katsuki, smirk, that's why I'm gonna rule this school. I aced the mock exam. Just watch, I'll be the most famous, richest duelist that ever lived. Crony 1. Hey, isn't that Midoriya? Katsuki. What? And sure enough, there he was, the one person he hated more than anyone in the world. For a really stupid reason. What's that loser doing here? Don't tell me he's trying out. Crony 2. I bet he came here just to embarrass himself. As 2. Ugh, look at him, he hasn't changed at all. Katsuki. Mad that DMN Deku. I told him not to try. I'm gonna beat the SHT out of him. Bonk. Will you shut the hell up? I can hear you all the way from the other side. Katsuki. Mad, oh great, what are you doing here? Behind them was a tall blonde with blonde hair and purple eyes, standing there with her fist balled from punching her cousin on top of his head. This is Yu Takayama, Katsuki's mother. Mitsuki's niece. You? Well, Auntie figured you would cause problems, so I applied to be an assistant teacher. Plus it pays well. Oh my god. You're MD lady, Yu Takayama. You're one of the upcoming pros that have been taking the league. Can I have your autograph? You? Smile, sure, anything for a fan. Katsuki, TSK, why would you want something signed by this beach? You? Mad, what was that, Shitsuki? While they argued, Izuku found a seat where he could see the duels. He was excited to see all the different cards. One duel caught his attention, and it was a tall boy with glasses using a deck. He had two monsters on the field, but his opponent had a Vorse Raider and neither of his monsters was strong enough to take it down. Ida LP, 2300 hand, 3 Instructor LP, 2400 hand. For Instructor, well, what will you do? If you don't do something now, I will finish you my next turn. Ida, hand chop, forgive my rudeness, sir, but it is unprofessional to consider the duel finished before I make my move. Now I tune LV3F. A dragstrip darling with LV4 hang-on machine. I synchro summon LV7F. A Dawn Dragster in Def mode. Dawn Dragster. Def. 2000 ATK. 0 Instructor. Confused, you summoned a monster with 0 ATK. Ida. That's where my monster's special ability comes in. Its ATK is equal to its LVX 300. Since Dragster is LV7, its ATK is 2100. Dawn Dragster, ATK, 0 plus 2100 Instructor, Even so, you summoned it in def mode, it can't attack. Ida, that's why I activate the spell F. Test run. Ida, with this, I can change the battle position of one F monster I control and then destroy one card on the field. I'm destroying your Vorse Raider. Instructor, what? Vorse Raider gets destroyed as the vehicle monster runs it over before turning around. Ida, not only that Dawn Dragster's ability activates when an F spell/trap is activated, I can increase its LV by 1, meaning its attack goes up to 2,400. Now Dragster attack him directly. Instructor LP, 0 winner. Tenya Ida Instructor, as expected from Ingenium's younger brother. Congratulations, you have passed and earned 23 points. Ida, bow, thank you kindly, sir. Back in the stands with Izuku, he was mumbling to himself about Ida's skills. Izuku, mumble, wow, amazing, I have never seen anyone handle a machine deck like that. Most machine users tend to try and overpower their opponent. I wonder what else he has. He synchro summoned, which is one of the more difficult summoning methods to MSTR, so he must have more in it. Happy you did it, Toru. Hearing a loud voice caused him to stop as he turned to his right and saw 2 girls there, one with hot pink hair and tan skin, the other with short, wavy chartreuse hair, with pink specks. A/N, remember no quirks, Toru. Heck yeah, now we've both passed. We're sure to get into the dueling course. Mina, smile, I even saw someone from my old school win. Izuku, they must have already taken the test. I wonder what cards they use. Achiko, I guess they got into the school too, huh? Izuku looked to the left and saw Achiko sitting next to him and quickly blushed that a girl was sitting next to him. Achiko, smile, hello. Izuku looked next to him to see if she was talking to anyone else before looking back and pointing at himself. Achiko, giggle, yes, you silly. I'm Achiko Uraraka, nice to meet you. Izuku, blush, am I Izuku Midoriya. Achiko, hey, did you take your exam yet? I got done with mine not too long ago. Blush, I was pretty nervous. Izuku, blush, and no, I haven't, I was just watching the other students. Achiko saw who he was watching. Achiko, oh yeah, I've heard of him, he's Tenya Ida. I heard he was one of the top students at semi-private academy. Izuku, shocked, whoa, I heard that school only has the best of the best. Achiko, yeah, and I heard he scored in the top 10 out of everyone during the written exam. Mina, wow, really? I barely passed. They look over and see Mina and Toru walking toward them. If he wasn't a nervous wreck before, he was now. He's never had good experiences with girls. Most of the time they would call him plain looking or weird. It didn't help that some picked on him because they wanted to impress Katsuki. Toru, that's because you guessed on every question. Mina, mad, hey, you only got higher because you picked C for everyone you didn't know. Toru, smile, anyway, I'm Toru Hagakure, the loud one is my bestie Mina Ishido. Mina, hey, how's it going? Izuku, blush, hello. Achiko, smile, hey. Mina, so have you 2 won your duels? Achiko, I have, but Midoriya here hasn't. He's pretty nervous about it. Izuku, whisper, that's not the only reason. He thought no one heard him, however Mina did. Mina, smile, really, then what else is? Izuku, nervous, oh, it's nothing. Mina leaned in closer, seeing how nervous he was. She could tell what it was and decided to tease him a bit. Mina, smirk, come on, you can tell me I don't bite. Much. Izuku looked away, his face red as a tomato, as he tried to hide his blush with his arms. Mina, smirk, do we make you nervous, Midoriya? Izuku, blush, well, you there? They hear someone yell and turn to see Ida pointing at them, more specifically Izuku. Izuku, Ida, yes, you, this is a place for learning, not for you to flirt with women. Such inappropriate behavior is unacceptable. If you are not here to take these exams seriously, I suggest you leave. Izuku looked down, embarrassed. However, Mina was not having it, neither were the other girls. Mina, mad, hey, what's your problem? He's not bothering anyone. Ida, serious, he is being a distraction. Even when I came up here I could hear his muttering. It's a distraction for the other participants. Toru, mad, you're the only one complaining about it. And nobody was paying him any attention until you said something. Announcer, will participant Izuku Midoriya come to the stadium? I repeat, Izuku Midoriya come to the stadium. Hearing his name, Izuku quickly got up running to the stadium, almost tripping on his way there. Izuku, sad dang it, why do I always have to cause problems? Now I look like a total idiot in front of them. Up in the teacher's viewing room, we see many teachers and instructors looking over the students. Nizu, looks like we have a good batch this year. Namuri Midnight, I'll say, some still need some improvements but I'm sure we can shape them up. Annoyed, but why did you hire that girl? Nizu, now Midnight, I know you two don't see eye to eye but try to control yourselves. Namuri, sigh, yes sir, so who's left? Cementos, our last one is Izuku Midoriya. Doesn't really have a good record from what I'm seeing on his profile. Sure, he scored 98 on the written exam but his duel record is terrible. Aizawa, then drop him. They turned to see a hobo-looking man with a scarf around his neck with long black hair. This was Shota Aizawa, a notorious teacher who is known for expelling students he says don't have potential. Aizawa, he doesn't have the potential so he shouldn't even be in the dueling course. Namuri, mad, what are you saying? At least give the kid a chance. You can't just drop him without him trying. Aizawa, there's no point, he's gonna lose anyway. I agree with Aizawa. Everyone turned to who said it, and it was a buff man with blonde hair and green eyes. This was Toshinori Yagi, one of the most famous champion duelists in all of Japan. Ainin 13, come on, not you two, All Might. Toshinori, I'm sorry but I have faced this young man in a duel before, and though he knew how to play, he didn't have the skill to pass. Namuri, mad still, you can't just let him not try out, remember you're supposed to have unbiased opinions. Aizawa, I'm not saying he can't enter, I'm saying just put him in general studies, that's it. I'm telling you this kid has no potential. Sometimes I think you forget you weren't always this skill, Aizawa. The next person to speak was another tall blonde wearing a military-like blue uniform. This was the vice principal, Valiant Growler. Growler, don't you know you should never judge a book? I should know, I learned that the hard way. Growler got up and headed for the arena. Growler, if it will stop your whining, I will personally test the boy. However, should he beat me, not only is he in but he will also be in your class. Aizawa, and if he loses? Growler, smirk, then you'll get that extra raise you keep beaching about. Aizawa, smirk, deal. Growler started to walk to the arena thinking about the boy. Growler, smirk, let's see if that slifer slacker was right about you. Down at the arena, Izuku stood there shaking like a leaf. He didn't know he was the last participant, so everyone would be watching him. He looked towards the crowd and saw the one person he didn't want to see. This got him to calm down a bit as he could finally show him how much better he's gotten. With the girls, they saw how nervous he was. Achiko, worried, poor Midoriya, so many eyes are on him. Toru, yeah, I hope he does okay. Mina, glare, he would be fine if a certain someone didn't act like such a JRK. Ida, shocked, what are you saying? My lecturing made him even more nervous than he already was. Mina, deadpan, what do you think? Ida, no. Hand chop, because of me I may have hindered his chance of passing. When this is over I must formally apologize for my rudeness. Girls, sweat drop, so serious. With Katsuki's group Crony 1. Looks like it's Midoriya's turn, time to watch him fail. Crony 2. How much do you want to bet he's still using the same lame deck he always used? Back in the arena, Growler made his way to the other side and faced the boy. Growler, well now looks like you're the last one. Growler, well now looks like you're the last one. Izuku, why yes sir. Growler, no need to be so nervous my boy, now here are the rules for the exam, all you have to do is reduce my LP to 0. You will be scored based on how many points you have left as well as bonus points for how fast you win and how well you duel, are we clear? Izuku, yes I understand. Growler, now then, looking at your record I would say you're a terrible duelist, but I want to personally see what you can do. Though I've noticed that for your senior year, you never dueled anyone, why is that? Izuku pushed his fingers together while looking away. Izuku, blush, well no one wanted to duel me, said it would be an easy win. Growler, sweat drop, I see, well then when you ready. Growler activated his dual vest while Izuku activated his green dual disc. Izuku, wow, that's one of the state-of-the-art dual vest. Not only is it light but also easy to maneuver. Growler, then how about I give you a first-hand demonstration of how it works? Are you ready? Growler / Izuku, duel. Round 1 Izuku LP, 4000 hand, 5 Growler LP, 4000 hand, 5 Growler. I'll go first, and since I'm going first I can't draw, so for now I summon Ancient Gear Hunting Hound in ATK mode. Hunting Hound, ATK, 1000 diff, 1000 Growler Smirk, and when it's summoned I can deal 600 points of damage to my opponent. The hound opens its mouth and fires at Izuku. Izuku LP, 4000 to 3400 Izuku. Growler, oh but I'm not done. I activate Hunting Hound's ability. Since it's on the field I can fusion summon without having to use polymerization. I fuse AG Hunting Hound with the 2 AG Golems in my hand to fusion summon Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. UAGG, ATK, 4400 DF, 3400 The giant hulking machine towered over the boy. Izuku, shocked. Not only did he deal me damage but he also got out a powerful monster. Amazing. Aizawa, glare. That's not one of the issued decks. Nizu, yes it looks like he's using his own personal deck. Nemuri, mad. Why do you care? You were gonna drop him, remember? Izuku, it's my turn. I draw. Hand, 6 Izuku. First I play E-Hero Stratos in ATK mode. Stratos, ATK, 1800 DF, 300 Crony 2. Ha, I knew it. Even now that loser is still using that lame deck. Mina, wow cool, he's using heroes. Toru, yeah but his monsters are not nearly strong enough to take down that golem. Ida, maybe but the hero archetype can be tricky, you'll never know what they'll do. Izuku, I activate Stratos' ability once per turn. I can add 1 hero monster from my deck to my hand. I add Blazeman to my hand. Next, I play the spell Double Summon. With this I can normal summon again, so I summon E-Hero Blazeman in attack mode, and with his ability, I can add polymerization to my hand. Growler, here it comes. Izuku, I activate polymerization and fuse Stratos with Blazeman to fusion summon E-Hero Great Tornado. Growler, not bad but still not strong enough. Izuku, I know that's why I activate his ability. When he's fusion summoned, he cuts the ATK and def of all monsters my opponent controls in half. Growler, shocked. It does what? UAGG, ATK, 4400 to 2200 DF, 3400 to 1700 Izuku. Next I activate E-Emergency Call. With this, I can add 1 E-Hero from my deck to my hand. I add E-Hero Neos to my hand. Momo, what? Ida, but how does he have that card? Achiko, hold on, isn't that one of the rarest hero cards there is? I thought it was a one-of-a-kind. Katsuki, mad. Where the hell did that useless deck get that? You, hey, now that I look at him, isn't that the kid that you used to play with before you became a huge pages? Katsuki, shut up skank. You, mad. What was that? Izuku, I could do more but I should be careful in case he has something else. Battle, Great Tornado attack his Yui. Storm Blast. Great Tornado releases a blast of wind hitting the golem in the chest as it starts to explode and crumble to pieces. Growler LP, 4000 to 3400 Growler. Not bad. I actually felt something, but don't think it's over. My golem's ability activate. When it's destroyed I can special summon 1 Ancient Gear Golem from my graveyard. From the rubble, a mechanical arm reaches out before the golem rises from it. Izuku, I guess I was right. Main phase 2, I activate Fusion Recovery. With this, I can add back polymerization and a monster that was used for a fusion summon. I add back Stratos. I'll set 1 face down and end my turn. Achiko, amazing, he beat that monster with ease. Ida, maybe but his opponent was able to get out another monster just as strong. But it's strange, there is no way a test deck would be this powerful. Toru, wait, you're saying that the instructor is using his own personal deck? Ida, that would seem to be the case. Round 2 Izuku LP, 3400 hand, 5 Growler LP, 3400 hand 2 Growler. My turn. Draw. Hand, 3 Growler. First I activate the field spell Gear Town. When he set the spell a bunch of different buildings appeared around them. Growler, with this, we can both now tribute summon ancient gear monsters with 1 less tribute. Though I'm guessing you don't have any, do you? Well, since I control an ancient gear monster I can special summon ancient gear from my hand. But it won't be around for long as I tribute it to summon another AG Golem. Gear Golem, ATK, 3000 diff, 3000 Izuku. Oh great, now he has 2 of them. Growler. Battle. I attack Great Tornado with my first golem. Mechanized melee. Izuku H. Izuku LP, 3400 to 3200 Izuku. I know that I can't activate any spells/trap cards when you attack, but that doesn't mean I can't do it after. I activate the trap hero signal. When a monster I control is destroyed, I can special summon a LV4 or lower E-Hero from my deck. I summon E-Hero Shadow Mist in Def mode. Shadow Mist, Def, 1500 ATK, 1000 Growler. If it doesn't matter, I'll attack with my other golem, and when it attacks a Def position monster it deals piercing battle damage. Mina, what's piercing battle damage? Ida, it's when a monster deals the difference between ATK and Def points as damage. Shadow Mist has 1500 Def and AGG has 3000 ATK. Toru, shocked so Midoriya will take 1500 points of damage. Izuku H. Izuku LP, 3200 to 1700 Izuku. I activate Shadow Mist ability. When she's destroyed, I can add a hero monster from my deck to my hand. I add Lady Heat to my hand. Growler. Oof, I in my turn. Crony 1. Demon, I can't believe Midoriya lasted this long. Crony 2. Yeah, last time we saw him he could never pull moves like that. Katsuki. Pissed please that deck is gonna lose. Now that he's losing the duel he's gonna start overthinking and screw up like always. But you, stop being in but for 5 seconds and just watch. Izuku, this is it, I have to win this turn or at least get rid of his monster. Here goes a draw. Hand, 6 Izuku, got it. First I summon Stratos back and with his ability, I add E-Hero Ocean to my hand. Next, I activate Polymerization and fuse Ocean and Neos to create one of my favorites. This is it, my hero, I fusion summon E-Hero Brave Neos. Growler, shocked Brave Neos. Izuku, now for every hero monster in my graveyard he gains 100 ATK, I have 5 so he gains 500 ATK. Brave Neos, ATK, 2500 plus 3000 Growler. Interesting, let's see if this new Neos can defeat my golems. Izuku, next I activate the equipped spell Favorite Hero and equipped it to Brave Neos. Now battle. Achiko, shocked already. Aizawa, what is he up to? Izuku, now that the battle phase has started I can use the effect of Favorite Hero. It lets me activate one field spell directly from my hand or deck. I choose the field spell Skyscraper. As he activated the card it got darker as huge skyscrapers appeared over the machine town. Growler, worried having PTSD flashbacks here. Izuku, now for the other effect. The equipped monster gains ATK equal to its original def. Brave Neos, 3000 plus 5000 Ida, good show. Now his monster is more than enough to take them down. Izuku, now Brave Neos attack his AGG, Brave Force. Brave Neos' fist glows with blue energy as it flies to the golem and punches right through its chest. Growler, it. Growler LP, 3400 to 1400 Izuku. I'm not done. Next I activate the other effect of Favorite Hero. Now I can send it to the graveyard and Brave Neos can make a second attack. Brave Neos, ATK, 3000 Diff, 2000 Katsuki, stupid nerd, did he forget how his own card works? Toru, hey, isn't that a bad thing? His monster is weaker now. Shoto, Skyscraper only works if your opponent's monster is stronger. So why would he send it to the graveyard if he knew that? Tashinori, that fool, what is he doing? Izuku, next I activate the quick spell Double Hero Attack. Growler, what's that? Izuku, it's a spell that lets me special summon a fusion monster from my graveyard ignoring its summoning conditions so long as I have a fusion monster that lists E-Hero Neos. So come back Great Tornado. Mina, but if he does that, Brave Neos will lose 100 ATK. Ida, no, that's a good thing. Momo, now the effect of Skyscraper will activate. Izuku, now Brave Neos attack his other golem. And with Skyscraper's effect, he gains 1000 ATK when he battles a stronger monster. Brave Neos, ATK, 2900 plus 3900 Growler LP, 1400 to 500 Izuku, now you're wide open. Go Great Tornado, attack him directly. Growler LP, 500 to 0 winner. Izuku silence, That's all there was for a moment before everyone started to cheer besides you-know-who. Izuku, shocked. I did it. I won. Growler, yes you did my boy, congratulations, you passed the final with 17 points earned. You'll see your bonus points when you get your final score in the mail. Growler walked up to him and held out his hand. Growler, smile, but I have the utmost confidence that you passed. Izuku, smile, tears, thank you sir. The two shook hands, and up with the teachers. Toshinori was shocked that the boy he said couldn't do it was able to beat Growler. Even he knew Growler was not someone that could be beaten so easily. Namuri had a satisfied smirk on her face as she looked at Aizawa. Namuri, smirk, well Shota, now who doesn't have talent? Aizawa, shut up. He then walked away not saying anything else. Hizashi, geez what a sore loser. Namuri, yep that's Shota for you. Nizu, amazing, I see why Jaden gave him that card now. With the bullies, they couldn't believe what they were seeing. Izuku, the worst duelist they had seen, actually won. Crony won, and no way that just happened. Crony 2, it has to be a fluke, right? Katsuki, mad that BS dirty. Who told him he could win, and where the F did he get that card? He's gonna tell me everything right now. Katsuki was going to go after him, however, you grabbed him into a headlock. You? Anger symbol, oh hell no. Now I see what Aunt Mitsuki was talking about, you're not going to do SHT. Come on, I'm taking you home. Katsuki, anger symbol, you beach. Let me go before I kill you. But, you? Anger symbol, shut up already. Ugh, I can't believe I have to deal with your sorry but for the next 3 years. Bullies. Sweat drop, yep they are definitely related. Time skip 2 weeks. Midoriya residence Inko. Izuku, it's here. It's here. Here his mother yelled. He ran downstairs to see her holding an envelope from you. All three of them head towards the living room, and when Izuku opened the envelope he saw a high-tech card in it. Realizing what it was for, he put the card on his dual disc as a hologram appeared and showed a man with white hair and a scar on his right eye. Nizu, hello there Izuku. Midoriya. First I want to start by saying congratulations on passing both the written and practical exams. For the written test, you scored 98 out of 100, and for your practica, you scored 17 out of 40, bringing your total to now. This would be more than enough to pass, but you also got bonus points from your duel. Let's see here, 3 points for dealing 2,000 points of damages at once, 3 points for fusion, and 5 for a comeback victory. So your final score is 126. Congratulations, welcome to your duel academia. Izuku sat there in amazement. He made it, he actually made it into his dream school. He beat the naysayers. Inko, crying, my baby made it. Nana, smile, I knew you could do it. Both of them hugged their son/grandson as they celebrated his achievement. Izuku smiled as this was the start of his new life. Inko, do you have everything you need? Izuku, yes. We open the story with Izuku getting ready for his first day of school. He was currently wearing the red first-year uniform. You see, due to some controversy, it used to be that students would have different colors to represent their academic level, but now it was made so that first years wear red, second years wear yellow, and third years blue. A/N. This but longer with a darker red. Izuku style is open with a black shirt. Inko, notebooks, pencil, deck, handkerchief. Nana. Oh, stop worrying so much, Izuku will do fine. Now, are you sure you don't want me to take you? Izuku, no it's fine, I can make it on my own. Nana, okay, be safe out there. Izuku, I will. Izuku starts to walk out the door, but before he can his mother calls to him. Inko, Izuku. Izuku, Mom, I'm going to be late. Inko, smile, I just want you to know, I'm very proud of you. I just know you'll do your best. Izuku, smiles, thanks Mom, I'll see you both later. Time skip location. 3. Izuku was walking through the halls of UE, and he eventually made it to his class with a giant door with 1A on it. Izuku, why is the door so huge? Do they have giants at this school? Dumb question. Though he said this, 2 people came to mind, one was Bakugo and the other was the tall boy with glasses. Izuku, nervous, I hope we aren't in the same class. But soon. Ida, hand chop, take your feet off your desk. Katsuki, smirk, huh? Ida, hand chop, don't you find it rude to those who made that desk and the upperclassmen that sat there before us? Katsuki, Smirk. Nope. So what school did you go to that put that stick up your butt? Side character. Ida. My name is Tenya Ida and I went to semi-private academy. Katsuki. Smirk. So you're some kind of elite, huh? I'll have fun crushing you. Ida. Shocked. See, crushing? How dare you? However, if it's a duel you want it, one you'll. Ida stopped as he saw Izuku standing at the door. Katsuki saw him and glared. Ida. Hello, my name is Tenya Ida. I have, Izuku. Why, I heard. I'm Izuku Midoriya. It's nice to meet you. Ida. Midoriya, I would like to humbly apologize for the way I acted. Because of my ignorance, I made you more nervous during your exam. Ida bowed his head while Izuku waved his hands in front of him. Izuku, and no, it's all right. You don't have to bow. Greenie. Hearing a voice behind him, he saw Mina and Achiko standing behind him in their first-year uniforms. A/N. Uniforms the girls wear. I'll let you decide who has what. Mina. I'm so glad we're in the same class. Achiko. Yeah, and I got to say, that punch your Neos did was amazing. Achiko imitated the punch, though when she said Neos, some of the students looked toward them. Red hair. No way that's him. Frog girl. I saw his duel. He did play a card that was called Neos. Purple hair. I wonder if he has any hot girls in his deck. If you're here to make friends, then go somewhere else. Everyone heard the voice and looked down to see a man in a yellow sleeping bag. Oh God, what the hell is that? The man stood up and unzipped the bag before heading to the front of the class. Aizawa, it took some of you 8 seconds to quiet down. We'll have to work on that. Anyway, I'm Shota Aizawa and I'll be your homeroom teacher for the next 3 years. Everyone, he's our teacher. Aizawa, hate to spring this on you, but meet me outside and bring your decks. Time skip. Outside. Aizawa, good, you're here now, we can get started. Achiko, sir, what about orientations? We'll miss it. Aizawa, we don't have time to waste on useless ceremonies like that if you want to make it into the big leagues. That, and I just don't want to go. Achiko, then what will we be doing, sir? Aizawa, tell me, does anyone know how the solid vision system works? Ida quickly raised his hand. Ida, the solid vision system creates holograms using a special microchip developed by Kaiba Corp to create almost realistic holograms. Aizawa, correct, but next time wait for me to call you. Ida, Bose, I apologize, sir. Aizawa, sigh. Now does anyone know how these holograms have changed over the years? A girl with a spiked ponytail raised her hand. Aizawa, Yayorozu. Momo, with the discovery of quantum brainwaves, in the beginning, these holograms were just that, holograms. However, Seto Kaiba discovered that the human brain can release waves that are powered by a person's mentality. These quantum brain waves were tested and are now used to power the solid vision system, also known as the ARC system, to make these holograms more solidified, making it so people can even interact with them. As a bonus, it was also discovered that it can increase the longevity of humans. It has been estimated that most people these days don't start growing old again somewhere between the ages of 80 A/N. If you know Gundam, then you know this is not how quantum brainwaves work. But I needed a cool name. Also, there, now you know why Nana looks so young. Aizawa. Correct, she explained more than what I was going to explain. Now, that's what we'll be doing today. I want to see where you all stand with your brainwaves. Aizawa pointed to a cart with older model dual discs. Aizawa, now these discs may look old, but they have been modified so that you can summon monsters from your deck however you want. Everyone was in awe at what they were told. Aizawa, glare, by the way, this is totally illegal, but the schools have permission to use these for educational purposes. So you better not use these outside of lessons. Most students, why yes sir. Aizawa, now we'll have someone do a demonstration. First up, Bakugo. Aizawa takes out a ball and tosses it to him. Aizawa, you dealt the most damage at the entrance exam and placed second overall. What was the farthest you could throw in middle school? Katsuki, about 40 meters. Aizawa, then try using a monster card to throw this. Anything goes as long as you stay in the circle. Katsuki, alright then, time to show these extras how a real duelist does things. From my extra deck, I summon Link 4. Topologic Bomber Dragon. Katsuki picked up the ball and tossed it into the air as the dragon shot a beam that sent it further. Aizawa, this is what you'll be doing, getting better day by day. Aizawa pulled up a phone that showed his score, which was 705. 2 meters. Red hair, wow, awesome. We get to summon our monsters like this. Mina, I wanna go, this looks fun. Aizawa, fun, you say, who said it would be fun? I'm sure some of you already know the real meaning behind this school, but if think this will be fun, you're wrong. As a matter of fact, the person who comes in last place will be expelled. This shocked everyone while Aizawa just smirked. Aizawa, smirk, this is my class, I'll run it how I see fit. Toru, BBB, but you can't expel us. Aizawa, oh, you don't know. So long as it's legal, the teachers here have free range over how they run their classes. That includes who stays. Achiko, but still it's only our first day, that's not fair. Oh, give me a break. Everyone turns to see a scowling burgundy-haired girl with brown eyes and a hair curler. It's not fair, grow up. Do you think national disasters are fair? What about homeless people and kids who are abused and neglected? What about bullies who get a pass, huh? We're here to be duelist and be the best. If you can't handle this because it's not fair, then sorry to tell you, honey, life's not fair. Don't like it, then go home. Aizawa, I might have found my favorite student. It's like Izinski said, if you want to be pros, then you're gonna have to earn it. Now let's get started. Meter dash. The first event was the pretty standard. The first was Ida against a girl with green hair and a frog-like appearance. Soon enough everyone went before it came down to Izuku and Katsuki. Katsuki, I summon Speed Burst Dragon. Izuku, if it's speed I need, then I summon E-Hero Sparkman. Katsuki, smirk it. You really think that weak monster can win against mine? Katsuki flew with his dragon and took the lead. He smirked, thinking he left Izuku behind, but was shocked to see they were neck and neck before Sparkman took the lead and passed the finish line. Izuku Midoriya, 2. 21 Katsuki Bakugo, 3. 55 Katsuki looked at the score and was mad that this Deku beat him. Meanwhile, Aizawa was observing them. Aizawa, Bakugo has skill with his monster, but he focuses too much on brute force. Midoriya, however, you can tell doesn't train to use his brainwaves to increase his monster's strength but has good control. Grip strength. For the next test, students brought out the monsters that they thought would have the most grip strength. Student summoned a buff ninja monster and got the highest score so far. Whoa, 540G. Man, you're a beast. Ninjas are CC2. Beep over with Izuku, he had summoned E-Hero Bladedge and saw that he scored 430G. Standing long jump. This was the easiest one since most of them had some kind of monster that could fly or jump high. Needless to say, they all cleared it. The next set of tests were basic exercises until it got to the last, even the ball throw. It was Achiko's turn. Achiko, smile, I summon Galaxy Wizard. When she summoned her monster, it cast a spell on the ball before she tossed it into the air as it kept going and going until it was gone. When Aizawa showed she had scored infinity. It was now the girl with the burgundy hair turn. As she stepped up, the wind started to blow intensely. What's happening? Where'd this wind come from? Is it a storm? Points her, she's doing this. Akiza, I summon Black Rose Dragon. When she played the card, a huge dragon with rose petals covering its body appeared and let out a roar that shook everything around it. Aizawa, so you really are the Black Rose. Be Black Rose. I've heard of her. She was called the strongest student at Queen's Academy. Akiza, now Black Rose Dragon. Attack with Black Flare. Black Rose Dragon picked up the ball with its thorns before tossing it into the air and blasting it away with its breath attack. Everyone was shocked at the sheer power she displayed but was brought out by the sound of the phone going off showing she scored 1147 meters. Izuku, shocked to so powerful. Achiko, scared she's scary. Aizawa, Akiza Izinski, a girl born with psychic abilities. Because of this, her brain waves are stronger than most her age. Alright, enough gawking. Midoriya, you're the last one, now get moving. Izuku walked into the circle before trying to decide what monster to use. Izuku, if it's long distance, Flame Wingman would be a good choice. Okay, I summon it. Before he could summon his monster, someone grabbed his arm. He turned to the side and saw a tall figure with a yellow scarf around his neck glaring at him. Aizawa, glare, what do you think you're doing? Izuku turned to Aizawa and saw he had his dual disc out and his scarf floating. Aizawa, from what I saw you could have easily done all those tests with one monster, but you didn't. Do you think this is a joke? I don't want to see you half but this, bring out your ace. Izuku, scared this monster, it's Revendreed Slayer. And now I know where I have seen you, you're the champion of the underground circuit, Eraserhead. Aizawa, I don't like the spotlight, it messes with my game, but I want to see yours. I saw your duel and I'm not impressed, but your Neos is a one-of-a-kind card, so I want to see if you deserve it. Either use it and throw or I'll expel you right here. Revendreed Slayer let him go. Aizawa, hurry up and throw, you're wasting time. Izuku. Fine. Izuku turned around and drew Neos. He looked at him for a second before remembering everything that led him this far. If it was his younger self he would have been crying and given up, but not now. He was tired of everyone saying he couldn't do it. It's time he proved them wrong. Ida, I wonder what he said to him. Frog Girl, maybe something to motivate him. Karo Katsuki, smirk, probably to give up and stop embarrassing himself. Akiza, need I remind you he beat you in everything else? Katsuki, mad what you say? Izuku, I summon E-Hero Neos. Neos appeared and looked at Izuku, their eyes met before nodding to each other. Izuku, next I activate the equipped spell, Neos Force. With this Neos gains 800 ATK. Neos, ATK, 2500 plus 3300. Wait, can you do that? Aizawa, I did say anything goes. Izuku, I'm not done. Next, I activate the effect of E-Hero Honest Neos. Everyone, he has another Neos. Izuku, by sending this card from my hand to the graveyard, one hero monster I control gains 2500 ATK. That brings Neos to a total of 5800. Neos, ATK 3300 plus 5800 gold energy flowed around Neos before angel wings appeared on his back. He gripped the ball and tossed it as hard as he could as it sent shockwaves through the sky. Aizawa looked at the phone and saw he scored 3,429 meters. Izuku, hey sensei. Aizawa looked and saw both Izuku and Neos with his arms crossed. Izuku, smirk, do you think I deserve him now? Aizawa, smirk, this kid. What most didn't know was that Toshinori was hiding and watching the whole thing. He was shocked at what the boy could do, wondering how he could have gotten this skilled. Toshinori, incredible, the power he displayed is no joke. It's almost as if his monsters were real. Back with the students, they were amazed by what Izuku did, however one student wasn't. Katsuki, shocked, how, that's impossible. He could barely even use a deck now. This. Aizawa, alright, time to see your scores. I don't feel like telling you, so I'll show you. Scores, St. Momo Yayorozu ND. Akiza Izinski Road Shoto Todoroki Th Izuka Midoriya Th Katsuki Bakugo Th Tenya Ida Th Fumikage Tokoyami Th Mizo Shoji Th Mashireo Ojiro Th Ijiro Kirishima Th Mina Ashido Th Achiko Uraraka Th Koji Koda Th Rikido Sato Th Su Azui Th Yuga Oyama Th Hantasuro Th Denki Kaminari Th Kyoka Jiro Th Toru Hagakure. Street Minor Mineta, crying new. I can't get expelled yet. I haven't lost my virginity to any of the girls yet. Girls, it'll be you, Aizawa. Oh right, the expulsion thing, yeah, that was a lie. Everyone, Momo, I guess I should have said something, it was pretty obvious. Jiro, sweat drop, I didn't know at all. Katsuki, mad Deku. Izuku, Katsuki, mad you BS dirty. Tell me how you did that before I kill you. He rushed to him ready to hit him, but before he could he felt something fly past him. He stops and looks to the side and sees the side of the grass was burnt. When he turned back to his surprise, and everyone else, even Izuku, stood Burstinatrix with a fiery aura around her, and she was not happy. Aizawa, normally I would expel you for attacking another student like that, but I chalk it up as self-defense for now. Midoriya, call her back. Izuku, BB, but I didn't summon her. Aizawa, confused, what? Burstinatrix turned and glared at Aizawa, causing him to flinch a bit. Single him out again and I'll burn you to ash, is what her eyes said. Soon she started to glow before turning into a card and flying back into Izuku's deck. Aizawa, well, that was something anyway. Head back to class and grab your syllabus, and introduce yourselves to each other, then you're dismissed for the day. Time skip, Class 1A Aizawa. Alright, introduce yourselves. I don't care who goes first, just don't wake me. Oh, and don't say what your decks are. They just stared deadpan at their teacher's antics. Ida, hand chop. Well, to make this go smoothly, I suggest we go in order from seating arrangements. Aoyama, then I'll go first. Bonjour everyone, my name is Yuga Aoyama. I like things that sparkle. My dislikes are things that don't sparkle. Mina, smiles. Hi everyone. I'm Mina Ishido. I like dancing, reptiles, and fashion. What I dislike are bullies. Tsuyu, I'm Tsuyu Azui, call me Tsu. What I like are frogs, my family, and my friends. I hate people who bully others. Ribbit everyone. Ribbit. Tsuyu, oh, don't mind that, it's just a verbal tick that runs in my family. Ida, hand chop. My name is Tenya Ida. What I like is my family, maintaining order, and guiding those to the right path. I dislike those that don't follow the rules. Achiko, smile. Hi guys, I'm Achiko Uraraka. I like my parents, Machi, and my friends. I dislike those that make fun of my family. Ojiro, hi guys, I'm Mishiro Ojiro. What I like are martial arts and training. I don't have many dislikes, but I hate when people make fun of my tail belt. Kaminari, yo, I'm Denki Kaminari. I like hanging out with my friends, video games, and dueling. I don't really have a dislike, but I hate studying, if that counts. Kirishima, I'm Ijiro Kirishima. I like manly things, and what I dislike are unmanly things. The next, a large boy walked up to the board and wrote on it. Koda, writing. Hi, I'm Koji Koda. What I like are animals and don't like seeing them get hurt. Sorry, I don't talk much. Sato, I'm Rikido Sato. What I like are sweets and baking. I don't really dislike that many things. Shoji, I'm Mizo Shoji. I enjoy quiet and meditating. What I dislike are loud people. Jiro, I'm Kyoka Jiro. I like music and playing instruments. What I dislike are rude people. A/N. Since there are no quirks, she wears these instead. Hanta, hey, I'm Hanta Siro. I like to help out at my dad's office and play video games. Honestly, the only thing I dislike are spiders. Had a horrible experience with one. Tokoyami, I'm Fumikage Tokoyami. What I like are birds, the dark and quiet places. What I dislike are loud people. Tokoyami, oh, and this is Dark Shadow. I was allowed to bring her here. Dark Shadow, Koyo. A/N. Yes, Dark Shadow is a girl. Don't believe me, look it up. Shoto Todoroki. That's it. Everyone, Sweat Drop Toru. Hey, my name's Toru Hagakure. What I love are girly things and hanging out with my bestie. What I dislike are people making fun of someone. Katsuki, TSK, I'm Katsuki Bakugo. Remember that, you extras, because I'm gonna be the #1 duelist. Izuku, nervous. Oh, I'm Izuku Midoriya. I like comic books, superheroes, and katsudon. Mineta, I'm Minori Mineta. The things I like. Girls, what I dislike is not being around girls. Everyone, what the actual F? Momo, hello everyone, my name is Momo Yayorozu. What I enjoy are reading, dueling, and studying. What I hate are perverts, glares at Mineta, and people who try to use me. Akiza, I'm Akiza Izinski. I hate a lot of things, and the only thing I like are plants. Everyone, scary. Aizawa, alright, now that you know each other, you're dismissed. This day was just for orientation, so you get out early. Everyone, sweat drop, but we didn't go to it. Time skip. Location, teacher's lounge. With class introductions done, Aizawa decides to go to the lounge to catch up on some sleep, well, more than he already had. Once there, he sees Toshinori and Namuri sitting there. Aizawa, annoyed, so you want to tell me why you were spying on my class? Namuri, smirk. What, we were curious. You big liar. Toshinori, we all know you expelled an entire class last year, so what changed your mind? Namuri, smirk. Let me guess, it was that Midoriya kid, right? Aizawa, I just figure as long as I get paid, I might as well give him a chance. But if you were watching, you saw what happened, right? Namuri, you mean when his monster summoned itself? That was strange. From what we saw on his record, his level of brainwaves is average or even a little below. So how did that happen? While they were trying to figure this out, Toshinori's phone went off. Toshinori, oh, it's from I haven't talked to her in years. Namuri, oh, the woman that taught you how to duel, wasn't she a pro before? Toshinori nodded but saw his phone kept going off, and with each text, he was getting paler and paler. Nana's text. Nana, hey Toshi, how are you? Nana, hope you're doing well and lived a long life. Nana, you're dead. Nana, say your prayers. Nana, you'll pay for what you said. Wondering what was going on, Namuri went to see. Namuri, wow, she sounds mad, what did you do? Toshinori, scared. I have no idea. Ding hao, midnight, what is this? Nana, kitchen knife, eggplant. Toshinori, scared, what does that mean? Namuri, it means she's going to castrate you. Toshinori, scared. Namuri, smiles, well, good luck. Namuri left the room, and when she did, Aizawa go up as well. Aizawa, well, I'm going home since I don't want to hear your crying. I'll see you tomorrow if you're still alive. Aizawa left the room, leaving a scared Toshinori wondering what he could have done to make his emsir mad. If only he knew how bad he fed up. From Hero to Dragon Slayer 3rd POV. The next day, the school day went by as normal. Students would go about their day as usual. For most of the day it was normal subjects such as math, social studies, English, and so on. Currently, it was lunchtime and we see Izuku sitting by himself after getting his lunch from the pro-duelist lunch rush. Izuku, happy, so good, finally a school that gets that food can be healthy but doesn't have to taste horrible. Ida, Midoriya, mind if we sit here? He looks up from eating and sees Achiko and Ida standing over him. Izuku, oh, I'm sure I don't mind. Achiko, smiles, thanks Deku. Izuku cringed when she called him that. Izuku, nervous, Uraraka, what did you call me? Achiko, Deku, I heard the blonde guy with the spiky hair say, that didn't Deku. Is it a nickname? Izuku, sad it is but not in a good way. It's short for, defenseless Izu, hence Deku. Doesn't help that it comes from the word Dekunabu meaning good for nothing. Ida, mad hand chop, that is unexpectable to call someone such a demeaning name. Achiko, sad, I'm sorry, I didn't know. I just thought that it sounded like Dikairu, meaning you can do anything. Izuku saw the sad look Achiko had and started to feel bad. Though he did feel a bit offended about that name since most of his old classmates and so-called friends said it to make fun of him. This was the first time someone called him that cursed name and did not mean it as an insult. Izuku, why, you can call me Dideku if you want. Saying it made him feel disgusted, but at the very least it made Achiko smile. Achiko, smiles, then I'll call you Dikun, that way it's my way of saying Dikairu. Izuku, blush, a girl changed that name. Achiko, oh yeah, check this out. Achiko takes out her deck and pulls out a card with a dragon on it. The dragon looked like it was made of pure energy and had ATK and def similar to a blue eyes. Ida, I've never seen this card before. Achiko, yeah, it's called Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. I got it just before the first day of school. Izuku, whoa, that's really powerful. Its effect can help with both defense and offense. Ida, hand chop, where did you get such a card, Uraraka? Achiko, well, my parents own a construction company and while they were digging they found this. Izuku, it was buried, but it looks brand new, there's not even a scratch on it. Achiko, yeah, that's why I can't wait for the next class so I can test him out. Time skip. The next PRD came, it was the last class they had and the one they all were looking forward to. Dueling class. Jairu, so who do you think will teach us next? Tsuyu, well, so far it's been Pro-Duelist, so maybe another. I am. They hear a booming voice coming closer to the classroom until the door swings open. Toshinori, coming through the door like a normal person. The whole class was excited. There stood the #1 champion level duelist. For those who don't know, Toshinori, or better known by his stage name All Might, had been known as a strong duelist for his style and power. He has won tournament after tournament and risen in the ranks as #1. It was even said that he could even go up against the legends themselves. Toshinori smiles, yes, it is I, All Might, and welcome to dueling. Here we will do different exercises to get you ready for the pro circuit. But you can't be a duelist without the right gear now, can you? Toshinori pressed a button on a remote and out came a bunch of cases on the student's desk. When they opened them, they saw the latest dual disc in them with the headset as well. Each of them was different color, with Izuku having a dark green one with a black center. A/N, each one is custom colored, and the field part is retractable. Kirishima, whoa, so cool. Denki, dude, these are like really expensive. Toshinori, that's right, and being students you'll get the latest dual disc that comes out and get to keep them even when you graduate. Izuku, smile, at least this will make things easier for mom. Toshinori, now let's get to the lesson today we'll be doing. Toshinori holds up a card that says dual training. Toshinori, dual training. Katsuki, smirk, dual, Izuku, training. Toshinori, that's right, now let's head to ground beta to begin. Location, ground beta. The class had made it to the training ground. It was a huge dome room with a stadium in the middle. Toshinori, and here we are, you all ready to begin? Everyone, yes sir / whatever. Toshinori, smile, excellent. But let's have some fun with this. Toshinori flipped a switch on the wall that caused ones and zeros to spread across the room, changing it into a digital space with different buildings around them. The data then spread over the students' bodies as well. Some started to freak out, but when the numbers were gone they all wore different clothes. Some even looked different completely, with Tokoyami having the head of a crow and Koda looking more rock. Toshinori, smile, I see you're surprised. Well, this room uses the solid vision system and creates a space that is similar to Link Vrains. Momo, so that's why they wanted our Vrains information. Toshinori, exactly, now today we'll be doing 2v2 tag duels. I know some of you might not do tag duels most of the time, but this could change your mind and get you interested. Any questions? Ida, sir. Everyone looked toward a man in armor, and judging by his voice they could tell it was Ida. Izuku, shocked, oh that's Ida under there. Ida, how will we be partnered up? Toshinori, you'll be drawing lots. Ida, but isn't that a little random? Toshinori, maybe, but as some of you know there are plenty of criminals both in Link Vrains and out. Our history itself is full of villains using dual monsters to conquer or destroy our world. Many of the students who didn't know this were somewhat scared of hearing this. Ever since the solid vision system was made, there have been people using it to cause trouble. Property damage, hacking, robbery, and lots of crimes have come from this. Toshinori, plus this will give you a chance to get to know your classmates better. Ida, I see, thank you for answering my question, sir. Achiko, but wait, we have an odd number of students, so who will partner with them? Toshinori, smiles, well that person will be going first and will choose who they want to face. And that person is. Toshinori summons a box and pulls out a name. Toshinori, Katsuki Bakugo. When his name was called he couldn't help but smirk. He knew exactly who he wanted to face, just in the hopes of humiliating him. Katsuki, smirk, time to put you back in your place. You worthless Deku. A/N. The teams are the same as canon, but I'm about to change something. After being put on their teams, everyone went to their partners. Uraraka, hey D-kun. I like your clothes. Izuku wore a black suit with green highlights and a large hood with bunny ears. A/N, his Vrains avatar. Also I like this pic. Izuku, blush, OOT, thank you, why you look nice too. Achiko blushed and scratched the back of her head. Achiko, blush, yeah, I went a little overboard with the whole space thing. This is really skin tight, see. Izuku looked away as she did a little twirl, unknowingly showing off her curves. Mina, wow, nice costume. Izuku turned around and was amazed by Mina's avatar. She now had pink skin with horns on her head. Her sclerae were now black, making her already yellow eyes more exotic to him. Achiko, happy, wow Ashido, we match. Mina, happy, just don't throw me out into space. Izuku, blush, wow she looks so hot, no bad Izuku. Mina noticed Izuku looking away, so she decided to tease him a bit. So she leaned forward a bit. Mina, smirk, what's wrong, Midoriya, see something you like? Izuku, blush, huh? Oh no, I just think you look pretty is all. I mean, not that you weren't pretty before. Mina, blush, oh my god, he's so adorable. Toru, come on Mina, give him a break. Izuku felt a tug on his hood and turned around but didn't see anyone. Izuku, confused, how I could have sworn I heard Hagakure's voice. Toru, I'm right in front of you, cutie. Suddenly she popped up in front of him, causing him to jump back. Achiko, whoa, how did you do that? Toru, cool, right, here I have a program that makes me invisible. Well, except for my gloves and shoes. Ikiza, hey you with the space suit. They look over to see Akiza wearing Victorian-influenced clothes. Izuku, wow, she's really pretty. Akiza, glare, what are you staring at, creep? Izuku, scared, nothing, I'm sorry. Akiza, anyway, Uraraka, right. Well, I'm your partner. Before we head out, what type of deck do you use? Achiko, oh, I use Photon/Galaxy. I mainly use it for XYZ monsters and it's mostly light-based. Akiza, XYZ, in that case, you'll need this. She walks over and hands a card over to Achiko. The group's eyes widen when they see what it was. Achiko, TT, this is a number monster. Izuku, shocked, no way, those are super crazy rare. There are only 100 of them in the whole world. Akiza, exactly, so don't think of it as a gift, I want it back when this is over. Achiko, alright. Tashinori, alright, now that everyone has their partners, young Bakugo, you will be going first, so pick who you want. Katsuki, hey Deku. Katsuki points to Izuku. Katsuki, come on, I'm choosing your sorry but. Even though Izuku knew it was going to come eventually, he didn't think he would get the chance to face his childhood bully so soon. Was he scared? Hell no. Was he nervous? A bit. Location, Duel Field 1. The two duelists made it out to the field and stood on different ends. Meanwhile, in the observation room, the students were looking over the pair. Nobody had any doubt that these two were powerful, but they could sense some hostility from them. Achiko, worried, do you think D-kun will be okay? Ida, it's hard to tell if the test from yesterday was anything, Bakugo's not someone to take lightly. Mina, you two are worrying too much, just watch, Midoriya's gonna mop the floor with that angry Pomeranian. Tashinori, this kid, I don't know how you got this skilled in less than 10 months. But this way I can see up close. Katsuki, let's get one thing straight, Deku, I don't know how you weaseled your way here. But just because you passed by luck doesn't mean anything. Izuku. Katsuki, what, nothing to say, tisk, typical, in the end, no matter what rare cards you get, you'll always be the same loser that no one wants around. Izuku. Katsuki, mad, don't ignore me, you fing nerd. Izuku, confused, huh, sorry, were you saying something? You always say the same thing, so I was looking over my deck. Some of the students watching were holding in their laughter, however, this only made Katsuki even angrier. Katsuki, angry smirk, I'm gonna roast this DMN nerd today. After the coin toss, Katsuki won, so he got to pick. Katsuki, smirk, I'll let you go first, give you at least a chance before I crush you. Izuku, do you ever shut up? We're here to duel, not have a tea party. Tashinori, alright, are you both ready? Then begin. K/I, duel. Round 1, Katsuki LP, 4000 hand, 5 Izuku LP, 4000 hand, 5 Katsuki, smirk, well, make your move, Deku. Izuku, fine then, I'll start by playing Polymerization, and I'll fuse E-Hero Sparkman with E-Hero Necroshade to create E-Hero Darkbright. Darkbright, ATK, 2000 DF, 1000 Izuku, I'll set a monster face down and a card face down and end my turn. Katsuki, is that it? Whatever, draw. Hand, 6 Katsuki, I play Sniffer Dragon in ATK mode. Sniffer Dragon, ATK, 800 DF, 400 Katsuki, and when I play it I can add another one to my hand, now create the circuit. I link summon Link 1 Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon, ATK, 1000 Link. Izuku, figured he bring that out. Mina, whoa, he can link summon. Denki, but why in ATK mode he can't beat Midoriya's monster? Tashinori, that's because Link monsters don't have def points, which means no def mode. Momo, Link monsters are versatile when used right, but because of that factor they can be seen as glass cannons. Katsuki, smirk, now that it was summoned I can add the field spell Boot Sector Launch from my deck to my hand. And I think I'll activate it. When he plays it, a giant barrel of a gun appears behind him. Katsuki, smirk, now I activate one of its effects, I can special summon 2 rocket monsters from my hand. Go Silver Rocket and Magna Rocket Dragon. Silver Rocket, ATK, 1900 DF, 100 Magna Rocket, ATK, 1800 DF, 1200 A/N. I forgot to add the ATK points, but it doesn't really matter since he's using them for Link summoning Katsuki, but they won't stick around for long because I create my circuit again. I Link summon Link 3 Vorticular Drumgun. Vorticular Drumgun, ATK, 1000 Link. Katsuki, and when it's summoned I can draw a card. Hand, 5 Katsuki. Now, from my hand, I special summon Rocket Caliber. Rocket Caliber, ATK, 1700 DF, 100 Katsuki. I can do this because I control a Dark Link monster. One more time create the circuit. I hope you're ready Deku because here comes a blast from the past. Link 4 Topologic Bomber Dragon. Bomber Dragon, ATK, 3000 Link. Down left arrow, down right arrow, Katsuki. Smirk now battle, I attack your face down monster with Bomber Dragon. Bomber Dragon charges energy into its hand and crushes the monster revealed to be Shadow Mist. Katsuki, smirk, and after battle Bomber Dragon deals damage equal to that monster's ATK points. Izuku LP, 4000 to 3000 Izuku. With Shadow Mist ability I can add one hero monster from my deck to my hand. I choose Stratos. Katsuki, Ian, I thought that face down was the one you used at the entrance exam. Oh well, I set one card and end my turn. Ida, only the first turn and he has summoned that monster. Kirishima, not only does he have a lot of ATK points but its effect is strong too. Round 2 Katsuki LP, 4000 hand, 3 Izuku LP, 3000 hand, 1 Izuku, my turn, draw. Hand, 2 Izuku. The only reason he didn't attack Darkbright is that he knows his effect. I'll have to change it up. I summon E-Hero Stratos in ATK mode. Stratos, ATK, 1800 DF, 300 Izuku, and with his ability, I can add another hero monster to my hand. I add Liquid Soldier. Katsuki, TSK, grab as many lame heroes you want, they're nothing compared to my dragon. Izuku, technically it's a Cybers, so does it still count? Katsuki, mad of course it counts. Izuku, anyway next I activate another polymerization and this time fuse Darkbright with Stratos to fusion summon E-Hero Sunrise. Sunrise, ATK, 2500 diff, 1200 Katsuki, big deal he's still weak, just like you. Izuku, ugh will you just let me play, anyway since he was summoned I can add Miracle Fusion to my hand. I activate Miracle Fusion. Now I can fusion summon from my graveyard by removing monsters from play. Shoto, he's fusing from the grave. Izuku, I fuse Sparkman and Stratos to fusion summon E-Hero The Shining. The Shining, ATK, 2600 DF, 2100 Katsuki, mad I'm getting sick of looking at these weaklings Deku. Izuku, then you're in luck because The Shining gains 300 ATK for each of my banished E-Heroes. Katsuki, shocked what? The Shining, ATK, 2600 plus 3200 Izuku, plus his partner Sunrise gives all monsters I control 200 ATK for each attribute I control. Sunrise, ATK, 2500 plus 2700 The Shining, ATK, 3200 plus 3400 Izuku, battle. The Shining attacks Topologic Bomber Dragon. Optical Storm. And as a bonus, when I attack with another hero, I can destroy one card you control. Katsuki's eyes went wide as he looked at his glowing face-down card, which then broke into glass. He then looks up only to get hit with a flash of light. Katsuki, pain. Katsuki LP, 4000 to 3600 Katsuki, pain BBSRD. Izuku, now you're wide open, Sunrise attack him directly. Katsuki, as if, since you're attacking me directly I can summon Chabam Armor Dragon. Chabam Armor Dragon, ATK, 0 def, 0 Mineta, why would he summon a monster with 0 ATK points? Izuku, I hope there's a point to that, because my attack's not stopping. Katsuki, don't underestimate me. Since I summoned it this way, it can't be destroyed by battle and the damage I take is cut in half. Katsuki LP, 3600 to 2250 Katsuki falls to his knees sweating. Izuku, I in my turn. Katsuki, mad YUBS30. Izuku, what now? Katsuki, mad you've been able to play like this the whole time haven't you? I bet you were laughing at me looking down at me. Izuku, mad oh will you grow up? Not everything is about you, you attention seeker. Let me make one thing clear, I don't care about what you think of me, in fact I would be glad if we never talk to each other. Katsuki, growl Izuku, but fine I'll play your game, I don't like making fun of people and unlike you, I don't like treating people like they're side characters, but I'll make an exception for you. Katsuki looked at him as Izuku gave him a smug look that he recognized. It was the same smile that he gave everyone for years, and now the person he tormented for years is doing it to him. Izuku, smirk. How's it feel to know that you are being beaten by the same Deku that you said nobody wanted around a Kaken? Most of the students were watching the conversation, and they could tell they had some history. But the amount of hatred both are giving off makes them wonder what happened to them in the past. Katsuki was beyond said. In his mind he thought, how dare this loser, this Deku, talk down to him like he was superior. To him, Izuku would always be the same scared little kid that always followed him around. He was always better, everyone told him he had skills, he had money, and yet one day Izuku tried to help him. And he hated him for that. He hated that someone who couldn't even play cards right was trying to help him. Katsuki said, you used to shake in boots at the mere sight of me. Now here you are being in but looking down on me. I was supposed to be the top dog around here, and yet once again you have to ruin everything. Now it was Izuku's turn to be said. Izuku said, there you go, blaming others for the trouble he caused. Who was it that bullied me? Katsuki said, who was it that couldn't stand up for himself? Izuku said, who was it that destroyed not just our friendship, but our families as well because of his ego? Katsuki said, who was the little beach that told? Izuku said, and yet you dare to play the victim. Katsuki said, that is why. Izuku said, that is why. I/K said, that is why I hate you. Katsuki, my turn, draw. Hand, for Katsuki, smirk. Perfect. I activate Monster Reborn. Izuku, shocked. What? But you said you hated that card. Katsuki, smirk. I changed my mind. Now with it, I bring back Vorticular Drumgun. Izuku, oh great, but still not strong enough to take out Shining. Katsuki, smirk. That's why I've got something way better. As you know, for link monsters their link markers can count towards the summoning of another link monster. Achiko, what does that mean? Shoji, to put it simply, he can use another link monster's rating as cost so long as he meets the conditions. For example, a link 2 can count as 2 monsters. Katsuki, and don't forget Vorticular Drumgun's effect lets me get another card. Hand, for Katsuki, now I summon Hibernation Dragon. Hibernation Dragon, ATK, 600 DF, 1500 Katsuki. Hibernation Dragon's effect, I can add a LVL 4 or lower dragon monster to my hand. I choose Rocket Caliber. Now I'll use Boot Sector Launch to summon both Rocket Caliber and Shell Rocket Dragon. Shell Rocket Dragon, ATK, 1100 DF, 2000 Katsuki. Grins, now come, my circuit that will blow you to hell. I use all 4 monsters in the link arrows. Prepare to die. Deku. I link summon, link 4 Borlode Dragon. Borlode, Borlode Dragon, ATK, 3000 link, down left arrow, down right arrow. Izuku, shocked. I've never seen that dragon before. Katsuki, smirk. You can thank the old hag for this. Now I activate Borlode's ability. I can target 1 monster on the field and it loses 500 ATK/def points. So your Shining is gonna be even more pathetic than he already was. Shining, ATK, 3400 to 2700 DF, 2100 to 1600 Katsuki. Now I attack with Borlode. Attack the Shining. Borlode charges a blast and hits Shining with it. However, he wasn't destroyed. Mina, hey, what's happening? Katsuki, grin. There's more. At the start of the damage step I can take your monster and put it in a zone that my dragon points to. Izuku, shocked. Say what? The Shining goes over to Katsuki's side of the field. Katsuki, and since he's gone, Sunrise loses its ATK points. Sunrise, ATK, 2700 to 2500 Izuku. Don't forget you don't have any hero monsters banished, so Shining loses his ATK as well. Shining, ATK, 3200 to 2600 Katsuki. Doesn't matter, because I'm gonna crush you with your own monster. Shining attacks Sunrise. Izuku LP, 3000 to 2900 Izuku. I activate my trap, hero signal. Katsuki, Tiske, so you had it this whole time, huh? Izuku, I know you. Katsuki, you like to reveal new powerful cards just to show off. Anyway, with hero signal's effect I can summon from my deck another hero. I summon E-Hero, Solid Soldier. Solid Soldier, Def, 1100 ATK, 1300 Katsuki. Humph, like it matters. I end my turn, but don't think you're getting your monster back because, at the end phase, it's destroyed. Izuku, but since Shining went to my graveyard, I can use his effect, adding 2 banished heroes to my hand. Hand, 3 round 3 Katsuki LP, 2250 hand, 2 Izuku LP, 2900 hand, 3 Izuku, my turn. Hand, for Izuku, I summon E-Hero Stratos, however instead of adding a hero, I'll use his other effect. I can destroy spells/trap cards for every other hero monster I have. So say goodbye to Boot Sector launch. Stratos takes to the air and unleashes a powerful blast of wind into the launcher, causing it to explode. Katsuki, mad if, Izuku, I'll set a card face down and end my turn. Tokoyami, wise chose, with that field spell gone, he hinders his opponent's ability to link summon. Ida, still even though Midoriya has the LP lead, however, Bakugo has put him in a dangerous situation. Tashinori, exactly young Ida, like many greats, have said. A duel is not over till the last card is played, one card can make all the difference. Mina, come on Midoriya, you got this. Katsuki, don't think this will slow me down one bit. Draw. Hand, 3 Katsuki, grin, I've been waiting to do this since the duel started, Borload Dragon's effect, I'll make Stratos lose 500 ATK points. Stratos, ATK, 1800 to 1300 Katsuki grin battle, Borload Dragon, attack Stratos. Borload started to charge its attack, and electricity and energy flew around the stadium. Katsuki, Dai Deku, Thunder Varel Cannon. The energy fired from the dragon's mouth in the shape of a bullet hitting Stratos, causing a huge explosion that blew Izuku back. Achiko, worried Dekun. Jiru, shocked brutal. He does realize this is just practice, right? Toru, did he just tell him to die? What is wrong with this guy? Tashinori, both are pretty strong with their brainwaves to do this much damage, but young Bakugo, I know you're excited but refrain from using such language. Katsuki, TSK, fine, it's over anyway. Izuku, heh Katsuki, smirk, ah look, he's crying, huh? Way to show everyone just how much of a low, Izuku, he, ha. Katsuki, mad W, what the hell is so funny? Izuku, smiles, ha, how can I not laugh? Despite your personality being a complete dumpster fire, I've got to admit this has been a fun duel. Most of them were left baffled at Izuku, most of them would have been losing it if they were in his shoes. Momo, shocked he's having fun when he's about to lose. Instead, he's having fun. Kirishima, tears so manly. Katsuki, mad gore, I don't give a rat's but if you're having fun. If you haven't noticed, dumbass, I have the LP lead now. Izuku, smirk, are you sure? Because it looks to me like my LPS are higher. Katsuki was confused at first, but when he looked at his dual disc, his eyes went wide. Izuku LP, 3200 Katsuki, shocked B, but how? Izuku, it's because of my face down, elemental recharge. Katsuki stared at the card that was revealed. It was a card that increased his opponent's life points by 1000 for every E-hero he had on the field. He figured he must have activated it before his dragon attacked. Katsuki, shock, he used to use that card back when we were kids, angry, and I fell for it. This wasn't funny, it wasn't supposed to be like this. These were the thoughts that ran through the mind of Katsuki Bakugo. Flashback. In the split moment he thought back to the time he was picking on a girl. She had a rare card that he wanted, and like the bully he was, he wanted to take it. But a little 5-year-old Izuku came and stood in front of them. A/N. Replace the little boy with the girl. Will be revealed who it is in later chapters. Izuku, scared Kaken, to stop it. Can't you see you're scaring her? If you don't stop, I'll stop you myself. However, Katsuki and his lackeys just laughed at him. Katsuki, smirk, what could a loser like you do? Deku, of course. Izuku still lost, but the girl thanked him and in the end, told her parents on Katsuki. Flashback, and Katsuki looked at the boy in front of him. This wasn't the same scared kid he knew. No, this boy in front of him with a smile on his face was different, and it just fueled his anger more. Katsuki, I set one card face down and end my turn. Round 4 Katsuki LP, 2250 hand, 3 Izuku LP, 3200 hand, 2 Izuku, I draw. Hand, 3 Izuku, my last polymerization, Katsuki probably has something to protect his dragon from monsters like Absolute Zero. In that case, I play Polymerization and fuse Solid Soldier with Liquid Soldier to fusion summon E-Hero Gaia. Gaia, ATK, 2200 DF, 2600 Izuku, Solid Soldier's effect. When he's sent to the graveyard because of a spell, I can summon a hero monster from my graveyard in def mode, come back Shadow Mist. Then Liquid Soldier. When used for a fusion summon, I can draw 2 cards and discard 1. Hand, 2 Izuku, Gaia's ability activates. When he's fusion summoned, I can target one of your monsters and cut its ATK in half, and Gaia gains that half until the end of my turn. Katsuki, grin how you think that will work? Well, too bad nerd, because neither of us can target Borlo Dragon with monster effects. Izuku, shocked oh no. Katsuki, meaning you wasted your fusion loser. Izuku, in that case, I activate the spell Fusion Recovery. This lets me add a Polymerization and a monster that was used for a fusion summon, so I'll get that and Liquid Soldier. Hand, 3 Izuku, I in my turn. Katsuki, my turn no draw. Hand, 3 Katsuki, I play this, the equip spell, Boral Regenerator. Now I can bring back a rocket monster and equip it with this. Go Magnarocket Dragon. Mina, why bring that back? Is he going for a higher link summon? Momo, highly unlikely, he must be planning something else. Katsuki, I use Borlo Dragon's effect, but I won't be using it on your monster. Instead I target Magnarocket Dragon. Magnarocket Dragon, ATK, 1800 to 1300 Denki. But what's the point of making your own monster weaker? Katsuki, grin Magnarocket Dragon's effect. When targeted by a Link monster's effect, I can destroy it and send 1 monster on the field to the graveyard. Say goodbye to Shadow Mist. Magnarocket Dragon releases a magnetic wave that pulls in Shadow Mist and grabs her before blowing up. Izuku, no Shadow Mist. I activate her effect. I can add a hero monster from my deck to my hand. Hand, for Katsuki, you're not the only one getting a card. Since Boral Regenerator was destroyed when Magnarocket was, I can draw a card. Hand, for Katsuki, battle. Borlo Dragon attack Gaia. But with his ability, I'll be taking control of him. A bullet hits the Earth hero and forces it to Katsuki's field. Katsuki, I'm not done. Gaia, attack him directly. Izuku LP, 3200 to 1000 Katsuki, and this time stay down. I end my turn, which means your monster goes to the graveyard. But that's not all. Thanks to Magnarocket, I can special summon a different rocket from my deck. I'll go with Metal Rocket Dragon. Round 5 Katsuki LP, 2250 hand, for Izuku LP, 1000 hand, for Izuku, my move, draw. Hand, 5 Izuku, I'll start by activating this. Fifth Hope. Now by shuffling 5 E-Heroes into my deck and extra deck, I can draw 2 cards. Hand, 6. Izuku. Confused Mizuku looked down, hearing a voice. He noticed that he had Burstinatrix in his hand. He couldn't help but smile at the memory he had when he was little. Flashback. It was Izuku's 6th birthday and his party had just ended. He was enjoying the birthday katsudon that his mother Inko had made for him. Inko, smile. Did you enjoy yourself, honey? Izuku, smile. Aha. I had lots of fun. Inko, smile. I'm glad. Now I have a special present for my special boy. Inko pulled out a small box and Izuku's eyes widened as he had a huge smile on his face. Inko, smiles. Tada. I know how much you like duel monsters, so I got you a deck based on those comic books you like. Izuku, smile. Woo. Thanks, mama. Inko, and that's not all, I was even able to get you this. Izuku, smiles. Whoa, he looks so cool. Inko, smile. So you like him too? I'm glad after all. Flashback and Inko, he's fused with one of my favorite heroes too. Izuku, smile. Right, Burstinatrix is one of mom's favorite cards. It's time. I activate Polymerization to fuse E-Heroes Avian and Burstinatrix. Both monsters start to merge, creating a fireball. Izuku, smirk. You're not the only one who got a gift from their mom. Let's go, my hero. I fusion summon E-Hero Flame Wingman. Flame Wingman, ATK, 2100 DF, 1200 Denki. Shocked now, that's a hero. Katsuki, you're still using that stupid card. I'll admit it was smart that you didn't play him in the same column as Metal Rocket, but it still won't save you. A/N, Metal Rocket Dragon, lets him destroy all monsters in the same column as it when it's targeted with a Link Monsters effect. Izuku, we'll see, I'll equip Flame Wingman with the spell Favorite Hero. Mina, happy that's the card he used at the entrance exam. Izuku, Battle, and that it's my battle phase I can play a field spell from my deck. I choose Skyscaper, which also, Katsuki, mad I know what the DMN card does Deku. Your dumb Wingman gains ATK equal to its def points. Flame Wingman, ATK, 2100 plus 3300 Izuku. Deadpan G's SCK the fun out of it. But did you know that while I have a field spell he can't be targeted with card effects? Katsuki, Izuku, I have you to thank for that. I suspected you could use your dragon's effect during my turn. You talking about Metal Rocket gave it away, told you your big mouth would get you into trouble. Katsuki, mad DMNU. Izuku, now Flame Wingman attack his Borlo dragon. Infernal Rage. Ikiza, if I remember correctly, when Flame Wingman destroys a monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, it deals damage to your opponent equal to that monster's ATK. Tokoyami, so he can end this if this attack hits. Jairu, and with that equipped spell, Bakugo can't use his dragon's effect. Aoyama, Sparkling Magnifique, a truly appealing display. Katsuki, mad you think you can defeat me. I activate my trap execute protocols. Izuku, a trap card. Katsuki, now during the battle phase I can banish a Dark Link monster from my graveyard and Borlo Dragon gains ATK equal to that monster. Smirk, and guess who I choose? That's right, Topologic Bomber Dragon. Borlo Dragon, ATK, 3000 plus 6000 Toru, worried 6 to 6000 ATK. The two monsters charged up their attacks. Flame Wingman shot a blast of fire from his dragon arm which clashed with Borlo's bullet. Mineta, scared this is insane. Ida, if his attack is counter Midoriya will take 2700 points of damage. Achiko, so that means whoever wins this clash wins the duel. Back at the duel, Flame Wingman's attack can be seen being pushed back as the hero stood strong. Izuku, since your monster is stronger, Skyscraper gives Flame Wingman another 1000 ATK. Flame Wingman, ATK, 3300 plus 4300. Soon the bullet broke through and hit both Flame Wingman and Izuku, causing a smoke cloud to cover him. Friends, Midoriya/Dekun. When the smoke cleared we see Izuku standing there with his head down. Katsuki simply smirked at the miserable state Izuku was in. It was the same one he enjoyed all those years ago. Katsuki, ha! You see that? You could never have beaten me, loser. That's all you'll be. Maybe this will teach you to try and stand up to your superiors. Mina, mad what a JRK. Toru, mad yeah way to kick someone when they're down. Ida, he may have lost but he still put on a great display of skill. Shoto, are you sure it's over? Kirishima, what do you mean? Shoto, look at the screen. Izuku, smirk, are you sure? Who said I lost? Katsuki, confused, huh? Izuku, you might want to look up. Looking up, Katsuki's eyes went wide when he saw on top of one of the skyscraper was Flame Wingman. Katsuki, shocked, but how I killed him? Izuku, it's all thanks to this. Izuku revealed the card he played at the last minute. This was the E-Hero Honest Neos. Even when he doesn't use him, he still came to help him in the end. Izuku, smile by discarding Honest Neos. One hero monster on the field gains 2500 ATK until the end of this turn. Katsuki, shocked us, so that brings his total to Izuku, a whopping 6800. Now Flame Wingman finished this with Skydive Scorcher. Flame Wingman dived down towards Borlode while covered in fire. The dragon tried in vain to shoot him down, only for him to dodge the blast and fly right through the dragon before it explodes. Katsuki LP, 2250 to 1650 Izuku, and with his superpower he deals damage to you equal to the monster he just destroyed. Flame Wingman appeared in front of Katsuki before he shot him with fire, blasting him back. Katsuki, Pain DDMNU, Katsuki LP, 1650 to 0 winner. Izuku Midoriya. When the duel ended, Izuku's friends cheered for his victory. Achiko, happy he did it. Mina, yeah, that's how you do it. Ida, incredible. Despite the odd, he still managed to come out victorious. Momo, he was able to read the situation and adapt to it. He didn't even know if Borlode's effect was quick or not. Tashinori, this makes no sense, there's no way he could have gotten this much better after only 10 months. No matter what, I'm going to get to the bottom of this. Katsuki sat there taking everything in. Katsuki, shocked. What had happened? I lost. Katsuki gripped his fist in anger. Katsuki, mad, and to him of all people. Katsuki looked at Izuku, who was walking away. You would think losing to someone he underestimated would maybe humble him a bit, but no, not at all. If anything, it just made him more determined to get better and get payback. Katsuki, angry. This isn't over, Deku. You won this time, but next time you're dead. Silence, that's all that was happening. After their duel, Izuku and Katsuki headed back to the observation room. Though he didn't look like it, Izuku was smiling on the inside. After many years of being bullied, ridiculed, and looked down on by him, he was finally able to get some kind of payback. Meanwhile, Katsuki had no problem showing his anger. Ever since he was a kid, he had never lost to anyone in his age group. But here he is in the greatest duel school in the world, and he loses his first duel. Once they made it to the room, some of their classmates came rushing toward them. Kirishima, awesome brothers. You two were going at it like real men. Mina, smile, it was so cool, I was on the edge of my seat. Aoyama, sparkly, it was flashy but still not as flashy as Mina. Smile, I was on the edge of my seat. Their classmates continued to compliment them. Even though Katsuki was a JRK, they still recognized his skills, and for Izuku this was a new feeling. Tashinori, alright, I think you've praised them enough, now let's move on with class. Who can tell me what's something they did wrong? Yes, young Yairos. A/N, her brain's avatar. Momo, well sir, to start, Midoriya may have won the duel, but his strategy was risky. He saved his face down in case his opponent had something. However, his plan would have failed if Bakugo had a card that could have destroyed his face down. Izuku looked down, scratching his head, but it wasn't out of sadness or anything, he was just thinking that she was right. If that did happen, he would have been in trouble. It was something for him to take into account next time. Momo, as for Bakugo, it was clear that he let his emotions get the better of him, even though Borlode Dragon was a game changer. He failed to utilize his field spell and the possibility of performing another Link summon. Bakugo, TSK know-it-all. Momo, and that's not even mentioning Sunrise's effect, had Midoriya used when Borlode attacked, he could have destroyed Bakugo's face down instead of using Stratos. Izuku, shocked, see, she's right, dang, I'll have to remember that I can use his effects on my opponent's turns. Tashinori, sweat, why yes. That is exactly it. She explained more than what I was going to say. And now that the first duel is done, let's move on to the tag duels. And the first ones up are. Tashinori reached into the box and pulled 2 slips out. Tashinori, these teams. Location, duel field 1. On the field we see the first tag match. The 2 teams stood across from each other. Sato, hey, do you really think she's the Black Rose? Denki, shocked, you're kidding, right? You saw what she did yesterday. Only the Black Rose has Black Rose Dragon. Tsuyu, I heard she went to Queen's Academy. They say that she was the Queen of Queens. Karo, Izuku, Queen's Academy, that's an all-girl school. Someone told me they used to go there, but who was it? Tashinori, alright, the first tag match will be between Team A Tenya Ida and Minoru Mineta versus Team B Akiza Izinski and Achiko Uraraka Mineta. Alright, our first opponents are 2 babes. I love this school. Ida, hand chop, Mineta, please refrain from such behavior. Akiza, mad, can we just get on with this? Tashinori, right. Anyway, here's how the field works. A/N, the fields change when in vrains, so use your favorite. Tashinori, you each have your own zones such as monster, spell/trap zones. However, when it comes to tag duels like this, there are only 2 extra deck zones and you share your partner's graveyard. Shoji, I see that would make it harder for Link monsters as you would have to keep your partner's monster in mind. Tashinori, exactly, this is why in tag duels teamwork is important. Now, Team B won the coin toss, so they get to choose. Akiza, to Achiko, do you care if we go first? Achiko, smile, not at all, if it works for you go for it. Tashinori, okay, are both sides ready then? Begin. Round 1 Tenya LP, 4000 hand, 5 Minoru LP, 4000 hand, 5 Akiza LP, 4000 hand, 5 Ochako LP, 4000 hand, 5 Akiza. I'll make the first move. First, I summon Twilight Rose Knight in ATK mode. Twilight Rose Knight, ATK, 1000 diff, 1000 Akiza, and when she's summoned I can special summon one LVL 4 or lower plant monster from my hand. Go Rose Fairy. Rose Fairy, ATK, 600 diff, 1200 Akiza. Now I tune LVL 3 Twilight Rose Knight with LVL 3 Rose Fairy. I synchro summon Queen of Thorns. Queen of Thorns, ATK, 2200 DF, 1800 Denki? I thought she would try to bring out her Black Rose Dragon. Zero, maybe she didn't have the right cards. Akiza, I'll set 2 cards face down and end my turn. Ida, okay, I'll lead us off, draw. Hand, 6 Ida, I'll start by summoning F. Hang on Mach in ATK mode. Hang on Mach, EK, 0. Def, 1800 Akiza, and now you pay the price. Ida. Suddenly thorns come out of the ground and hit Ida. Ida LP, 4000 to 3000 Ida. Pain W. What was that? Explain yourself. Akiza, smirk. Its Queen of Thorns ability. Each player must pay 1000 LP to normal summon and special summon monsters from their hand. Sato, whoa, that's a lot of damage for just an effect. Toru, yeah, but won't she take damage from the effect too? Izuku, no, I think she might have more up her sleeve. Mina, what do you mean Midoriya? Momo, he's right, just watch. Ida, don't think I'm done. I play the field spell, Thief, a city Grand Prix. The surrounding area starts to change into a race track with a building around them. Ida, now here's what it does. Once per turn during my main phase or battle phase, the LVL of my F. A monster will increase by 2, making Hang on Mach LVL 6. But that's not all. When I play an F. Spell/trap card, his LVL increases by 1. Hang on Mach, level 7 Ida, now I play F. Auto Navigator. Auto Navigator, ATK, 0. Ida, I can special summon it when an F. A monster I control LVL changes. All I have to do is decrease its LVL by the difference, and Auto Navigator LVL becomes the amount lost. And with my field spell it becomes LVL, and as an added bonus I can add an F. Field spell to my hand. Auto Navigator, level 5 Akiza, smirk, and now you lose more LP. Ida, Ida LP, 3000 to 2000 Ida. I'm not done. I now tune LVL 5 Auto Navigator with LVL 4 Hang on Mach. I synchro summon Motorhome Transport. Motorhome Transport, ATK, 0 DF, 3000 Ida. Since it didn't come from my hand, my LP is safe, and while on the field Motorhome Transport gains 300 ATK equal to its LVL x 300, and with my field spell it's LVL 11. Motorhome Transport, ATK, 0 plus 3300 Kirishima, DMN, using effect damage like that is not manly. Gyro, still, it's only the first turn and Ida's already down to 2000 LP. Shoji, yes, but it was a risk he needed to take to get out a powerful monster like that. Denki, yeah, with a monster like that, Izinski's doesn't stand a chance. Ida, I place 2 cards face down and end my turn. Denki, dude, what? Mina, why he had her right there. Katsuki, dumbass, in a 2v2 tag duel the first 3 players can't attack. Momo, she's smart. Izuku, mutters she knew that rule, so that's why she started off. So she played a monster that will weaken her opponents knowing they couldn't attack. Call it luck all you want, but I wonder even if she didn't go first would she have done something differently, or would she do something else? Mina, shocked, how is he doing that? Momo, Midoriya-san, you're muttering. Izuku, embarrassed, I'm sorry. Ida, incredible. I guess I should have expected this from someone with a reputation like hers. Ochako, smile, it's my turn, draw. Hand, 6 Akiza. Just a heads up, Queen of Thorns effect will get you too. Ochako, downcast, yeah, I figured. Okay, since I control no monster I can special summon Photon Thrasher. Photon Thrasher, ATK, 2100 diff. 0 thorns came at Ochako, who hid her face ready for the attack, but when it came she just felt a tap on her hand. Ochako LP, 4000 to 3000 Ochako. Wait what? Akiza, what? You may take damage but I'm not going to hurt my partner. You're no use to me if I take you out. Hurry and finish. Achiko, right sorry. Now I summon Photon Smasher in ATK mode. Photon Smasher, ATK, 2000 diff, 0 Achiko LP, 3000 to 2000 Achiko. Now I overlay my two monsters to build the overlay network. I XYZ summon, number 50, Black Ship of Corn. A/N, still can't believe it took me this long to realize this is a plant-type monster. Black Ship of Corn, ATK, 2100 DF, 1500 Achiko. I'll set 2 face downs and end my turn. Mineta. Alright, my turn. I draw. Hand, 6 Mineta. Get ready ladies to be wowed by my amazing skills. I activate the field spell Ojama Country. Mineta. Next I activate polymerization and fuse Ojama Yellow, Green, and Black to fusion summon the great and awesome Ojama King. Ojama King, ATK, 0 diff, 3000 Jai, even his cards are creepy. Tokoyami, the real question is why summon a monster with 0 ATK in ATK mode? Mineta, smirk when Ojama King is summoned. I can pick 3 of my opponent's empty monster zones and block them so you can't summon on them. And I'll choose 3 of Uraraka's zones. Ojama King takes out a stamp and stamps 3 of Uraraka's monster zones. Achiko, shocked oh no. Mineta, and that's not all. Thanks to my field spell, while I have an Ojama on the field I can SWHs and every other monster's ATK with their def. Denki, wait, wouldn't that change Ida's monsters as well? Ojama King, ATK, 0 plus 3000 DF, 3000 to 0 Queen of Thorns, ATK, 2200 to 1800 DF, 1800 plus 2200 Motorhome Transport, ATK, 3300 to 3000 DF, 3000 to 3300 Black Ship of Corn, ATK, 2100 to 1500 DF, 1500 plus 2100 Ida. Hand chop impressive Mineta. Mineta, smiles hee, I'm sure the ladies are eating it up right about now. Zero, he does realize he weakened his partner's monster right. Tokoyami, no, it was a well thought out move. Tashinori, young Tokoyami is correct. At first glance, it looks risky, but since young Ida's monster has high def and ATK, it's not a real loss. Mineta, since I'm the last one I can attack. I'd hate to destroy a hot monster but Ojama King, attack Queen of Thorns. Akiza, do you honestly think it'll be that easy? I activate my face-down Wall of Thorns. A wall of thorns appeared in front of the queen blocking Ojama King's attack as it pulled back and held his hand. Akiza, since a plant monster I control was attacked, I can destroy all ATK position monsters you control. But since this is a tag duel you both lose your monster. Thorned vines came from the wall and wrapped both monsters before they broke like glass. Akiza, and since he's gone, our monster's points are suched back and Uraraka gets her zones back. Mineta, Sirpi, I'll a card face down and end my turn. Kirishima, man, both sides are really going at it and one has attacked. Izuku, still I wonder what she has planned for the number cards she gave to Uraraka. Tashinori, it's not uncommon for tag teams to exchange cards before a duel to give them an advantage. Toru, but isn't that cheating? Tashinori, not at all. After all, there's no guarantee you'll get the card you got. Round 2 Tenya LP, 2000 hand, 1 Minoru LP, 4000 hand, 0 Akiza LP, 4000 hand, 1 Achiko LP, 2000 hand, 2 Akiza, my move, draw. Hand, 2 Mineta, not so fast. I activate the Trap Ojama Trio. When he activated the card, the 3 Ojamas that were used for the fusion summon were now on Akiza's field. Mineta, how do you like that? This trap puts 3 Ojama tokens on your side of the field and they can't be tribute. Ojama tokens, def, 1000 ATK, 0 Ida, not bad. Mineta, you made up for your loss by blocking her zones. Mineta, yep, now she's limited and won't be able to do anything. Kiza, Glare wanna bet? I activate the spell, Fragrant Storm. Now I destroy 1 plant-type monster on my side of the field. Goodbye, my queen. Queen of Thorns smiles before disappearing. Kiza, then I get to draw a card and if it happens to be a plant I can draw one more. Draw, and what do you know, it's Rose Girl, so I can draw one more. Hand. 3 Akiza. Now I summon the tuner Rose Girl in ATK mode. Rose Girl, ATK, 800 DF, 600 Akiza. I can't tribute these tokens, but I can use them for other methods. I tune LVL3 Rose Girl with 2 of the LVL2 Ojama tokens. Akiza. A cold flame envelopes the world, black flower bloom. Synchro summon, come forth Black Rose Dragon. Black Rose Dragon, ATK, 2400 DF, 1800 Black Rose. The dragon rodes while flapping its wings, causing a huge storm that could be felt all the way to the observation room. Mineta, scared S, so what that doesn't scare me, especially with the token's effect. Now you take 300 points of damage since they left the field. Akiza LP, 4000 to 3400 Akiza. Smirk, was that supposed to hurt? But it doesn't matter, you're both wide open. Akiza starts moving her finger from both Ida and Mineta as if playing eeny meeny miny mo before she stops on Mineta. Akiza, you gross me out the most, so Black Rose Dragon attack him directly with Black Rose Flare. Mineta, scared OSHT Ida, I activate a trap. Half or nothing. Suddenly the monster judge man appears holding a silver and gold axe. Ida, now you choose. If you take the golden axe, all your monster's ATK is cut in half. However, if you take the silver axe, your battle phase ends. Akiza, TSK, fine, I'll take the golden axe. Black Rose Dragon, ATK, 2400 to 1200 Minoru LP, 4000 to 2800 Mineta, crying H. Thanks for the save. Ida, hand chop, think nothing of it, it is my duty as your partner to protect you. Akiza, I'll set 1 card face down, my turn's done. S/N, impenetrable attack Ida. It's my move, I draw. Hand, 2 Ida, I have to be careful, Izinski may not have any face downs, but there's no telling what Uraraka has. I better play it safe. I activate the spell Mystical Space Typhoon. So now I can destroy 1 spell / trap your control. I'll destroy one of Uraraka's. A storm picks up and destroys one of Achiko's traps, which was Ray of Light. Ida, next I activate my trap, back to the front. This lets me summon back a monster from my graveyard in def mode. Come back Motorhome Transport. Motorhome, def, 3000 ATK, 0 plus 3300 Ida. I'll set a card face down and end my turn. Achiko. Okay, my turn, draw. I got it. Hand, 3 Achiko. I play the spell Hyper Galaxy. Now watch this. I contribute 1 monster with 2000 or more ATK points we both control and special summon a monster from my hand. Ida, I won't let you. I activate the quick spell test run. Now I can change my 1 monster I control position and destroy one of your cards. I'll destroy Black Ship of Corn. The ship starts to explode before disappearing. Ida, and since my time was quicker, your spell is cancelled. Not only that, but since an spell was activated, my monster gains another LVL and 300 ATK. Motorhome, ATK, 3300 plus 3600 Achiko, but I still have this, my own polymerization, and fuse my Galaxy Eyes with my other Photon Thrasher to fusion summon Twin Photon Lizard. Twin Photon Lizard, ATK, 2400 DF, 1000 Izuku. Did I start a trend? Tsuyu, I wonder what she plans to do with that Karo Achiko. I'm not done. I activate Twin Photon Lizard's ability. By tributing it, I can summon back the monster that made it. Come back Photon Thrasher and my new ace, Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon. The lizard split into 2 as one of the lights flew into the sky before crashing down, shaking the field. Achiko, H. Ida, whoa. Mineta, scared, what the heck was that? The lights started to form together as a dragon made of energy stood before them. Galaxy Eyes, H. Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, ATK, 3000 diff, 2500 Denki, holy SHT, I've never seen that kind of card before. Shoto, Shakti, that card reminds me of. Momo, shocked, it's almost like the 2 legendary dragon cards Blue Eyes and Red Ice. Tashinori, worried, I've heard legends of this dragon before. I hope and pray that this young lady can control its power. Achiko, stars, holy moly. You're so cool. Ikiza, focus. Achiko, oh sorry, I attack Motorhome with Galaxy Eyes. Kirishima, why would she do that? Her monster's not strong enough. Achiko, now I activate Galaxy Eyes ability. Before the battle I can remove both it and the monster it battles from play until the end of the battle phase. Galaxy Eyes grabbed onto the vehicle as a portal opened up under them before both were easy into it. Ida, no. Achiko, you know what that means, you're wide open. Go Thrasher attack Ida directly. Ida, H. Ida LP, 2000 to 0 Tenya Ida, eliminated Achiko, happy hooray. 1 down 1 to go. Ida, darn, I'm sorry Mineta. Mineta, scared sorry. I'm all alone now. I have no cards in my hand, there's no way I can take both. Akiza, then I guess you better take your turn and get it over with. As soon as someone ends their turn. Achiko, blush sorry at the end of the battle phase Galaxy Eyes comes back. Ida, since I was eliminated my monster doesn't come back. Achiko, I end my turn. Mineta, DMN it, D-draw. Crying A. This is just what I needed. I activate the effect of Ojama Country. By discarding an Ojama card from my hand I can special an Ojama monster back to the field. Come back Ojama King. Ojama King comes back from the graveyard flexing. Mineta, now with him back on the field, I'll make 3 of Izinki's monster zones useless. And don't forget with Ojama Country, all monsters ATK and Def are suched. Black Rose Dragon, ATK, 2400 to 1800 DF, 1800 plus 2400 Photon Thrasher, ATK, 2100 to 0 DF, 0 plus 2100 Mineta. Now Ojama King take out Black Rose Dragon. I'll get some serious score points if I take her dragon out. Akiza, I activate my face down, Blooming of the Darkest Rose. You're not the only one that can summon tokens to different parts of the field. Now with each field spell in play and in the graveyard, I can special summon a rose token anywhere on the field. Since there is 1 on the field and in the grave I'll give you 2. 2 roses bloom on Mineta's side of the field. Rose tokens, Def, 800 ATK, 800 Mineta. Why, whatever my attack still goes through. Akiza, actually no it doesn't, because now that it's in my graveyard I can return Blooming of the Darkest Rose to my deck and remove Black Rose Dragon from play until my standby phase. A storm starts to form as the dragon turns into rose petals before they are scattered. Sato, why do that he can change his attack to another monster? Izuku, no that was smart. Momo, correct, Ojama King can't attack Galaxy Eyes because of its ability. Leaving only 2 monsters Photon Thrasher and the Ojama token Izinski has on the field. Izuku, the Ojama tokens will deal damage when it's destroyed but it won't be much. Jiru, so either deal light damage to Izinski or eliminate Uraraka. Mineta, Dimon, I attack Photon Thrasher with Ojama King. Achiko, Aya. Achiko LP, 2000 to 0 Achiko Uraraka, eliminated Mineta. I end my turn. Okay it's cool. Even if they come back, Ojama King is still stronger. Achiko, Sata man, sorry. Akiza, it's fine. This duel is already over. Round 3, Tenya LP, eliminated Minoru LP, 2800 hand, 0 Akiza LP, 3400 hand, 2 Achiko LP, eliminated Akiza, draw. Standby phase, my dragon comes back to the field. Hand, 3 Akiza. I summon White Rose Dragon. White Rose Dragon, ATK, 1200 to 1000 diff, 1000 plus 1200 Akiza, and when she's summoned I can special summon a Rose Dragon from my hand or graveyard. Come Red Rose Dragon. Red Rose Dragon, ATK, 1000 plus 1800 diff, 1800-1000 Akiza. Now since a tuner was summoned I can special summon Black Rose Fairy. Black Rose Fairy, ATK, 800 plus 1000 DF, 1000 to 800 Akiza. Now I tune LVL 2 Black Rose Fairy with LVL 3 Red Rose Dragon. I synchro summon the Synchro Tuner, Garden Rose Flora. Garden Rose Flora, ATK, 800 plus 1600 DF, 1600 to 800 Izuku, shocked oh my god. Momo, she's appealing. Mina, meh she's alright. Kirishima, but bro, that's a thing. A Synchro Tuner. Akiza, I activate Garden Rose Flora's ability, I can target one field spell and destroy it. Say goodbye to your Ojama country. Mineta, Akiza, and with it gone your king loses 8 TK points. Ojama king, 8 TK, 3000 to 0 Akiza. Smirk, but on the bright side you get another rose token, just in 8 TK mode. Next, I activate Black Rose's dragon's ability. By banishing one plant monster in my graveyard I can change one def position monster you control to 8 TK mode and make its 8 TK Queen of Thorns appears and Black Rose eats her. The Rose token on Mineta's field changes positions. Rose token, 8 TK, 800 to 0 Mineta, scared and mercy. Akiza, sorry, I'm not her. Now Black Rose Dragon attack his token with Black Rose Flare. Mineta, YH. Minoru LP, 2800 to 400 Akiza, it's over Garden Rose Flora, attack him directly. Minoru LP, 400 to 0 winners. Akiza Izinski and Achiko Uraraka Achiko, happy we did it, we won. Hugs Akiza Akiza. Get off me. Achiko, release right my bad. Ida, hand chop that was a well-fought duel, everyone. Mineta, man, I thought I could at least take out your dragon. But you just turned it around each time. Akiza, they're not. Achiko, you were amazing Izinski, I hope we can team up again. Akiza, too close, does this girl not know personal space? A/N, no she doesn't. With the duel over the 4 students went back to the observation room. After a while, all the duels were done, and all the students stood in front of Toshinori. Toshinori, good work today young ones. I must say seeing all of your different styles was a real joy to watch. For those that won, I hope you got to know both yourself and your partner better. For the ones that lost, don't get discouraged, this just means that you have room to improve. Tsuyu, I have to say sir, it is good to hear some encouraging words for a change. Tsuyu, Aizawa-sensei was kind of a buzzkill. Toshinori, that he is young Azui. Now then you're all D-dash. Oh Shitsuki, everyone turned around and saw you coming towards them with a huge smile on her face with a video camera. Katsuki, what the F do you want? You, I don't be like that, can I see my little cousin Siro, shocked he's related to Milady. Sato, you know they do kind of look alike. You, so saw that you lost today Katsuki, howdy, you, I snuck in and filmed it. You know what this means right? Wouldn't dare. You? Oh I would, Aunt Mitsuki's gonna love the fact that you lost the bet. Now you have to do all the chores. Katsuki, mad you beat you better not or else. However, you simply grabbed him by the back of his shirt and pulled him out of the room. You, yeah blah blah blah, shut it Bitsuki. Time to watch you suffer. Katsuki, mad you'll pay for this Deku. You hear me? When they left everyone looked at Izuku. Everyone, is he always like this Izuku? Deadpan, you get used to it. Time skip. After school we now see Izuku waiting outside of He was chatting with his classmates before they all went home, so now he was waiting for someone. Izuku, smile man, today was fun, there were so many different cards and play styles. I even beat Bakugo today, that's something I never thought I'd do. Toshinori, I am here. Suddenly Toshinori slid in front of him. Now most people would be happy to see one of the best duelists in Japan. But not Izuku, he used to be his idol, his hero, but not anymore. Toshinori, hello young Midoriya. Izuku. What do you want? Toshinori, nervous chuckle, anyway, I'm glad to see you made it into this school. Izuku, really because I remember someone told me and I quote, don't have talent for the game and should save myself the embarrassment, end quote. Toshinori, nervous, alright listen I know what I said was bad but you have to understand, Izuku. Glare I don't want to hear your excuse, I used to look up to you and stomp on my dream like trash. Now what do you want? Toshinori, sigh it's about that card you have. Izuku, I have tons of cards you're gonna have to be specific. Toshinori, Glare don't play games with me boy, you know what card I'm talking about. Izuku, Glare is that supposed to scare me, get over yourself. You may be my teacher here but don't act like you're my parent. Toshinori, I want to know where you got that card, who gave it to you. Izuku, that's none of your business, just know I got it from someone that gave me a chance. Someone that showed me what a true hero is. Toshinori, Shocked I knew it, Toshinori activated his dual disc and out of it shot a red light at Izuku that wrapped around his arm. Izuku, shocked, what is this? Let me go. Toshinori, I knew there was something suspicious about you. You're working for him, aren't you? Izuku, what are you talking about? Working for who? Toshinori, mad, enough of your lies. You're working for All for One. Izuku, All for One. Who is that? I have no idea what you're talking about. Izuku tried to get the rope off, but it shocked his hand. Toshinori, don't try it, this is a dual anchor. You won't be able to get free unless you beat me. Izuku, mad, you so of a dash. That's enough, Toshinori. Voice, dual anchor deactivated. Suddenly the dual anchor disappeared. They both turn around and saw both Principal Nizu and Vice Principal Growler along with Aizawa. Growler, you mind explaining why you're attacking a student, Yagi? Doesn't look like you were going to have a friendly duel. Aizawa, I would also like to know why you're harassing my student. Toshinori, sir, I believe this student is a spy working for All for One. Aizawa, you dumbass, you just revealed private information to a student. Growler, plus AFO is dead, even if he wasn't there's no way this boy would be working for him. Toshinori, mad, then how else would he get a one-of-a-kind card like this? Nizu, Toshinori, you really have no idea who this kid is, do you? Toshinori, what are you talking about? Pow. Before he could finish he was punched in the face, which sent him flying. He looked towards the assailant and went pale at who he saw. Nana, mad Toshinori Yagi. Toshinori, scared, sir. Izuku, grandma. Toshinori, shocked grandma. Nana, cracks knuckles, that's right, now you mind telling me why you're treating my precious grandbaby like some criminal? Toshinori had finally put two and two together. This was why she was so angry at him. Izuku told Nana what he had said, but it wasn't just that. The fact that Izuku was Nana's grandson meant one thing. He was definitely not working for AFO. Nana smiles. Izuku, dear, can you go wait in the car with your mother? I have to have a little chat with my old student. Izuku, scared, you don't have to tell me twice. Runs to car. Nana, smile, now where was I? Toshinori, wait a minute, I can explain. Nana, mad, which part? The part where you hurt my grandbaby's feelings or where you tried to arrest him for something he didn't do? Take your pick, it will be your last words. And so Nana proceeded to beat Toshinori to near death as the staff looked on. Nizu, well, that's what he gets for letting his paranoia get the better of him. Growler, you say paranoia, I say ego. So shall we get back to our chess match? Nizu, certainly, you coming? Aizawa. Aizawa, As the three walked back to the building, Aizawa took one last look back at the woman that was beating his college. Aizawa. I don't get paid enough. Later. Third POV. Location, Musudafa Mental Hospital, Staff Member 1. Midoriya, can you hand me those documents? Izuku, yes sir. We currently see our main character helping out at a mental hospital. Now you might be wondering why he is here. Well, his mother works as a full-time nurse, and Izuku, hoping to get a little more spending money, was recommended to work part-time at the mental hospital she works at. He didn't have to do much, but he had a few odd jobs here and there and would have to clean the patients' rooms. Izuku, here you go. Staff Member 1, thank you. Sorry, I know you just got out of school. Izuku, smile, no, it's not a problem, I didn't have much to do anyway. Staff Member 2, by the way, congratulations, we heard from your mom that you got into you. Izuku, smiles, thank you, is there anything else you need? Staff Member 1, well, it looks like you just have to clean Mississippi Todoroki's room and then you can go. Izuku, oh I see, how has she been these days? Nurse, sigh, well, pretty much the same, the only ones she seems to talk to are you and your mom. Izuku, okay, I'll head there now. Izuku left and went straight to the room. Once there he knocked on the door. Izuku, hello cleaning staff. Come in. Izuku entered the room, and sitting there on her bed was a woman with snow-white hair and gray eyes. Her face had a stoic expression before looking at Izuku. This woman is Rei Todoroki, a woman who was admitted there by her father to keep her safe after she had a mental breakdown. Rei, oh hello Izuku. Izuku, smiles, hello Miss Todoroki, how are you feeling today? Rei, I'm doing fine, and please do not call me by that name. Izuku, worried, oh I'm sorry. I forgot that you hate that name. Ray couldn't help but smile at the boy. It was not common knowledge that she always had this stoic expression and would come off as cold. There are even times when she wouldn't respond at all. However, after being taken care of by Inko, she started to open up a little, at least enough to respond. Ray smiles. It's okay, I understand. Izuku, then what should I call you? Ray, just call me Ray. After all, I can't really tell you my last name just yet. Izuku understood what she meant because when she was admitted, her father told the staff not to tell anyone who she was because he didn't want people to try to take advantage of her. So nobody said her real name and only she could tell outsiders, which is what Izuku is considered. Ray, by the way, your mother told me that you made it into you. Congrats. Izuku, thank you ma'am, it was really tough. Ray, smile. Oh stop, I just knew you would make it. All it took was for you to practice and believe in yourself. Izuku, sorry, I'm still working on that. Ray, giggle, you'll get there. Sadu, my youngest would be in high school around this time. Izuku, youngest, would his name happen to be Shoto? Ray, shocked. Yes, how did you know? Izuku explained to her who was in his class and described what he looked like. Ray, sad smile. I see, so he made it, I'm glad. Izuku could only look at her as he wanted to ask her why she looked sad but kept it to himself as it was probably something she didn't want to talk about. Izuku, oh right, I almost forgot. Izuku reached into his bag and pulled out a glass case with a blue flower inside. Ray, shocked. Izuku, this is. Izuku, embarrassed. Yeah, I saw the ones by your window were wilting so I bought you new ones. Ray, you didn't have to do that. Izuku, it's fine, I know how much you like them so I thought it would help you smile more. Ray, Izuku. Smile. Thank you. Izuku, smiles. You're welcome. Soon, Izuku cleaned her room before telling her goodbye as he headed home. Once he was gone, Ray looked over the deck of cards she had on her desk. She attempted to reach for them. However, the closer her hand got, the more it trembled. She was barely an inch from them before she pulled back and held her trembling hand. Ray, angry cry. DMNU. Never, I'll never forgive you. Time skip. The next day. Location, Class 1A Aizawa. Alright everyone, shut up. Now I reviewed your duels and I will say that most of you did pretty well. Don't let it get to your head, you still have room to improve. Everyone, yes sir. Aizawa, glare. Now let's move on to important matters. This is something that will decide your future here at this school. Most students, scared. Not another test. Aizawa, you have to pick your class representatives. Everyone, it's just a normal school thing. Soon everyone started yelling about how they wanted to be it. Izuku, representative. I'm not much of a leader so I definitely don't want to do it. Just thinking about it makes me nervous. Ida. Everyone be silent. Instead of yelling, I propose that we vote. Ida said this, but his hand was raised the highest. Kirishima, but we haven't even known each other for a week, won't everyone just vote for themselves? Akiza, or you just make it so that you can't vote for yourself. Seriously, that's common sense. Ida, she's right, this way the one with the most votes has already gained the most respect out of everyone here. Will that be okay, Aizawa? Aizawa, I don't care, just don't disturb my nap. Momo, it does seem more efficient. Okay, takes out box. Everyone please take a piece of paper and write your vote and we'll put it in the box. Jiru, where did you get those? Momo, confused. I've always had them, one must be prepared for everything. Soon everyone got a piece of paper and thought about who they wanted to be the class president. Izuku, who to choose? Ida seems like the most serious, but I don't think everyone will like how strict he is. Izinski could be a good choice. With her personality she would definitely keep everyone in check, but... Izuku looked towards Akiza who glared at him, making him turn away. Izuku, nervous. She's a bit scary though, so that only leaves Yaoyorozu. She scored higher than everyone in the class and she was able to find everyone's faults when they dueled. I can tell she's a reliable person. Izuku wrote down his vote and put it in the box. Minutes later. Izuku. Nervous. Why did this happen? Izuku. Midoriya, 9 Momo. Yaoyorozu, 7 Akiza. Izinski, 5 Aizawa. Alright, Midoriya will be class president and Yaoyorozu will be vice president. Izinski, you'll be the sub. Akiza, yes sir. Katsuki, mad which one of you idiots voted for Deku. Akiza, did you honestly expect anyone to vote for you? It's only been a few days and we all know you're not good with people. Katsuki, mad what did you say? Akiza, glare did I stutter? Achiko, whistling Ida, sad Z0 votes, I should have expected this. Time skip, lunch Izuku was currently standing in line with Achiko, Ida, Mina, and Toru. Izuku, sigh Ida, you seem troubled Midoriya. Izuku, I just don't see how I was picked to be the representative. Couldn't it have been Yaoyorozu? Ida, smile don't worry, I have the utmost confidence that you'll make a great class president. Izuku, shocked wait you voted for me. Achiko, not just him I did too. Mina, us too Midori. Izuku, blush and Midori. Mina, smile yeah, I thought I'd shorten your name and make a nickname from it. I, but isn't that a girl's name? Mina, fake sad you don't like it? Izuku, blush and no it's fine, you can call me Midori if you like. The group soon got their food and started to look for a place to sit. Izuku looked for an empty table and saw one with Akiza sitting by herself. Izuku, hey there are some seats. Toru, scared but Izinski sitting there. Achiko, Ig. Mina, scared I mean what if she wants to be alone, we probably shouldn't bother her. Achiko, come on, sure she's a bit scary but she's not a bad person, trust me. They made it over to her as Akiza looked at them. Akiza, what? Achiko, smiles hey Izinski, do you mind if we sit here? Akiza, I don't care, do what you want. Achiko, smiles great. The group sat around the table. Achiko, so Izinski, are you happy to be the sub-rep? Akiza, not really, I didn't even think someone would vote for me. Mina, then who did you vote for? Akiza, that girl with the spiky ponytail, Yaoyorozu I think her name was. Toru, oh yeah, she was pretty smart and she's a good duelist. But I know Midori will still do a good job. Akiza, Midori. Mina, yeah, it's the nickname we gave Midoriya. Akiza, that's a girl's name though. Mina, smile but it's cute like him. Izuku, blush a girl called me cute again. Akiza, well anyone's better than that loudmouth and the pervert. I swear he was staring at my chest the whole duel. Girls, shiver gross. Ida, hand chop speaking of our duel, I was amazed by your skills. Achiko, gets close yeah I thought we were done for when Ojama Country came out. Akiza, personal space. Achiko, sorry. Izuku, smile still, that was good thinking using Black Rose Dragon's ability to destroy the whole field and then bring it back. Akiza, blush thanks I guess. Mina, smirk is that a blush I see. Akiza, glare blush it's your imagination. But Midoriya, are you sure you're up for this? Izuku, Mina, of course, he can do it look at him, smart, strong and cute. It'll be weird if he got no votes. Akiza, but does he have the confidence for it? I'm just saying if you feel you can't it's okay to just swh with Yaoyorozu. I'm sure Aizawa-sensei would let you. Others, sweat drop I don't think he would care. Izuku, and no it's fine, you're right I don't have much confidence in myself. So I should think of this as a way to boost it. If I can. Ida, don't worry Midoriya, we have the utmost confidence that you will. The group sat there chatting for a bit before they heard some commotion coming from outside. Since they were sitting by the window they could see out there and saw what appeared to be a news crew trying to get in. They see Aizawa along with Hizashi trying to hold them back. Being nosy teenagers they decide to go and get a closer look as many other students also went. Aizawa, for the last time, leave you're disturbing the students. News lady, we just have a few questions, is it true that you have the Black Rose enrolled here? What about this rumored student with a thought to be a one-of-a-kind card? Aizawa, we are not allowed to divulge students. Personal information, now leave. News lady, can we at least interview one of the first years? A/H, no way. Akiza, TSK, vultures. Ida, hand chop I have heard that they do this every year for the first years. Hoping to scope out the next big duelist. Akiza, it's all a joke, they just want some kind of drama, they don't care who it's from. Time skip. Class currently, it was time for duel class, however, Aizawa came instead of Toshinori. Aizawa, 5 seconds, getting better. Anyway, since Yagi is out sick injured and with the media still lingering around, I'm afraid dual class is cancelled. Everyone, man what DMN it. Lame Aizawa. Glare shut up. Everyone. Aizawa, now onto other news. First, next week we will be going to the USF. Kaminari, smile gasp. Aizawa, glare, and before you say it, no, we are not going to Universal Studios Florida. Kaminari, SATA. Aizawa, it stands for Unforeseen Situation Field Test. There you will be learning the basics for catching criminals both IRL and in link vrains. See you, but why in a week, Sir Caro? Aizawa, because Yagi is still sick, so we won't go till then. We will also be going with the other dual course class. So tomorrow I want Midoriya and Yayarozu to greet them, to build good relationships. M/M, yes sir /Y yes sir. Aizawa, that is all, you're dismissed. When Aizawa left, the students decided to stay a bit and talk amongst themselves. Kirishima, man this Esikis, I was hoping to try out the new cards I got. Tsuyu, it can't be helped if our teacher is out, plus it would be bad with the media here. Denki, scared, yeah, I definitely don't want rare hunters after me. Achiko, rare hunters. Siro, you've never heard of them, they're a group that goes around hunting people for rare cards. Mineta, scared, they're super scary. I heard even the king of games had trouble with them. Katsuki, please, the rare hunters ain't SHT, they're just a bunch of fakes. Carbon copies of the originals, I'll crush every last one of them. Momo, regardless, we should be careful outside of school till the media dies down. Though we should be safe here at the school. Kirishima, smile, hey Bakugo, since you don't have anything to do, wanna go to the arcade? Katsuki, why the hell would I wanna hang out with you? Kirishima, smile, come on, don't tell me you're scared that I might beat you. Katsuki, mad as if you loser. Fine, you're on. The two of them got their things and went to leave. Denki, Siro, and Sato thought it sounded fun, so decided to tag along. Akiza, he does know he doesn't have to yell, right? Izuku, expressionless face, you get used to it. Time skip, after school. Mina, it feels so good to get out of school early. Toru, not really, we still had to wait for the last bell. Ida, hand chop, I may not agree with early dismissal, however, it can't help when both teachers are out. Achiko, yeah, Yagi-sensei is sick A/N, possibly dead, and all of our other teachers were keeping the media away. So what are you guys going to do? Ida, I think I'll head home and study, our duel made me realize that I still have much room to grow. Mina, Toru and I are going to head to the mall. Toru, yep, got to get ready for the season. Achiko, cool, mind if I come along? Mina, yeah sure, smirk, wanna tag along Midori? Izuku, oh no, that's okay, I don't want to impose. Toru, smirk, what, you don't want to hang out with three pretty girls? Izuku, blush, what, no, I am a. Mina, thinking, I was thinking that I wanted to try out some new swimsuits, especially since the school has an indoor pool. Izuku, blush, swimsuits. Izuku's head, Izuku, blushing, mess, I'll go. Mina, smile, great. Maybe while we're there we can try some other type of clothes. Toru, smile, oh I know what you mean. Ida, sweat drop, if they keep this up, they'll kill him. Angry Deku Midoriya. Hearing someone calling his name, they all turn around. Only for Izuku to get slapped in the face by a red-haired girl, being followed by some students who Izuku recognized as some of his old classmates. Izuku, confused, what, angry, you think you're hot SHT, don't you? Izuku, grimace, oh god, not you. Looking at the person that slapped him, they see a appealing girl with wavy semi-long crimson hair that is tied up in a ponytail with chest-length hair strands hanging on either side, emerald green eyes, a pretty cute and youthful facial features. However, don't let her appearance fool you. She's a beach. Mina, mad, hey, what the hell is your problem? Achiko, you can't just come out and slap someone for no reason. Ida, hand chop, it is unbecoming of a student of you. To behave in such a manner. Silence, this is between me and this loser. Toru, mad, just who the hell do you think you are? Izuku, bored, what do you want? Mel remark. You've got some nerve in rolling into this school. What do you think, just because you passed and beat Katsuki you're all that now? Female student, yeah, you just got lucky. Male student, mad, you think you're better than us. Izuku, No, I wait, how do you know about that? The girl pulled up a video on her phone and showed them a video labeled, How Not to Be a Jackass in a Duel, FT Katsuki Bakugo, Izuku. Someone posted it. Ida. But who could have done it? None of the others had videotaped it. Achiko. It says it was uploaded by You Might Like It. Mad because of you, even people from our old school knows about it. What do you have to say for yourself, Deku? Izuku. Confused, I was playing the game. Girls, giggle. Why you? Ida. Now let's just calm down, miss. Malty. My name is Malty Melremark. Be grateful that I'm in your presence. Toru. Melremark. Isn't that like that really rich family? Malty. Cocky smirk, that's right. Achiko. But wait, I thought that the Melremarks were really nice. I even met their CEO with my parents. But you seem more like if Mina. I believe the word you're looking for is beach. Matli. How dare you? Mina. Mad, how dare you to slap my friend? And possible future boyfriend Izuku. Blush, a girl just called me her friend. Malty. Smirk, friend, ha, who wants to be friends with this worthless Deku? Friends? Mad us. Matli. I don't see why, so he got a few lucky wins. Don't get cocky just because you got into the dueling course. Izuku. Confused, but you didn't even pass the written test. Malty. Heart with arrow ack. Mina. Thinking now that I think back, I was wondering why I didn't see you even though you won your duel. Well, barely. Matli. Blush, shut up. That's it, let's duel right now, Deku. Izuku. Huh now. Matli. No, tomorrow, yes now. Unless you're scared, poor little Deku is too pathetic to duel a girl. Then again, your shitty family is so poor that you could barely afford cards. Izuku. Shut up. Malty. Shocked, what? Izuku. You can badmouth me all you want, but I won't let you get away with talking bad about not just my deck, but my family as well. This left the bullies speechless. Back in middle school, she and her friends would do everything in their power to make him miserable. Though most of them did it to impress Katsuki, which she admits she did too, but also because something about him made her like doing it. In a way, like Katsuki, she bullied him to feel superior. But now here he is standing up to her. Malty. Don't think just cause you've grown a backbone that I will let you get away with it. Smirk, let's make a deal. Izuku. I don't want anything from you. Malty. Smirk, but I do. If I win, sorry, when I win, you will be my SLV for the rest of your life. Mina. And when he wins, you have to walk around school wearing a shirt that says, I'm a beach that loves PP, for a whole week. Ida. Ishido-san, don't you think that's a little too much? Mina. Mad, hell no. If anything, I should do more. Malty. Fine, but I'm adding that to mine as well, plus those two have to wear it as well. T/. Mina. Oh, so that's how it's gonna be, huh? Alright, then I'm adding that you'll have to play I'm a Beach, I'm a Lover by Meredith Brooks. Then it's agreed. They all turn to see their teacher Namuri, more commonly known as Midnight, standing there with a WHP. Ida. Midnight Sensei, what are you doing here? Namuri. Well, I heard all the commotion and came to see if it was the media again. But turns out it was just my passionate students engaging in a duel. I will observe this duel and make sure the loser owns up to their end of the deal. Ida. Hand chop, but ma'am, wouldn't Principal Nizu disagree with this? Nizu, let top. Ida screams as he jumps into Achiko's arms before she puts him down. Achiko, when did you get here, sir? Nizu, just now, and as long as it's nothing illegal, I can let this slide. As principal, I will make sure the losing side abides by the deal. Izuku, I don't know, I don't want to risk losing and having you girls do something you don't want to. Achiko, smile, don't worry, D-kun, we know you won't lose. Ida, hand chop, exactly, my friend, I don't agree with this, but if you must, then show them what Class 1A can do. Toru, you got this, Midori. Mina, kick her butt. Izuku, alright then, Melremark, let's do this. Both duelists activated their duel disc, with Maltese being red and black like Akiza's but brighter. Malty, smirk, I hope you're ready to kiss your life goodbye, Deku. After we're done here, I'll make sure to make you a loyal dog. Izuku, only in your weird dreams. Both do. Round 1, Izuku LP, 4,000 hand, 5 Malty LP, 4,000 hand, 5 Malty. Yes, with this, that dork won't know what hit him. Izuku. I can work with this. I'll go first. I'll start by playing Polymerization. And fuse E-Hero's Necroshade and Neos to fusion summon E-Hero Escurideo. Escurideo, ATK, 2500 diff, 2000 mina, confused escape now. Izuku, and while on the field Escurideo's ATK goes up by 100 for each hero monster in my graveyard. Escurideo, ATK, 2500 plus 2700 Izuku, I'll set one card, that's it for me. Multi, Smirk not a bad monster, but I can do better, draw. Hand, 6 multi, first I'll play the field spell A Legendary Ocean. When the card was played, a huge tidal wave came and covered everyone underwater. Mina, scared, wait, what, nobody told me we were going diving. Nemuri, remember it's not real. Mina, alright. Multi, now I summon the Great Emperor Penguin. Great Emperor Penguin, ATK, 1800 DF, 1500 Toru, shocked, hold on, how can you summon a LVL5 monster with no tribute? Mina, yeah, that's cheating. Multi, well, if you must know, my field spell decreases the LVLs of all the water monsters in our hands and field by Ida, meaning she can summon it without tribute. Multi, but he won't be sticking around. By activating its effect, I can tribute it and summon 2 penguin monsters from my deck. Say hello to Glacial Beast, Polar Penguin and Flying Penguin. Polar Penguin, ATK, 800 DF, 1000 Flying Penguin, ATK 1200 DF, 1000 Multi, and with Polar Penguin's ability, when special summoned I can target one card you control and return it to your hand. I choose your stupid hero. Izuku, I think I'll do it for you. I activate my face down diffusion. Now I can return Escurido to my extra deck and summon the monsters that were used. Come out E-Hero Neos and Necroshade. Neos, ATK, 2500 diff, 2000 Necroshade, ATK, 1600 DF, 1800 Multi, Smirk, big deal loser. Watch this, I activate Fish Sonar, now I can add a LVL7 or lower water normal monster from my deck to my hand. But that's not all, because Umi is on the field I can special summon one from my deck as well. Achiko, but you don't have Umi. Multi, Grino, did I forget to mention that Legendary Oshiace counts as Umi now? Come Bolt Penguin. Bolt Penguin, ATK, 1100 DF, 800 Multi, now I tune LVL2 Polar Penguin with LVL3 Flying Penguin and LVL2 Bolt Penguin. I synchro summon Glacial Beast Iceberg Narwhal. Iceberg Narwhal, ATK, 2700 diff, 1600 Multi, but guess what, thanks to my field spell all water monsters on the field gain 200 ATK/def, making Narwhal's ATK 2900. Iceberg Narwhal, ATK, 2700 plus 2900 DF, 1600 plus 1800 Multi, Smirk Battle. Iceberg Narwhal attack E-Hero Neos. Glacier Punisher. The monster shot off multiple ice spikes that impaled Neos before he explodes. Izuku, Neos. Izuku LP, 4000 to 3600 Multi? Aha, looks like your best monster is gone. Achiko, worried, hey, something doesn't feel right. Ida, yes, I understand taking out the strongest monster, but something about what she did. Nemuri, now I'm starting to see why Shota didn't want her in the dueling course. The moves she makes are disgusting. Toru, what do you mean, sensei? Nemuri, Malti-S. Melromark, the girl has talent but her attitude is atrocious. She didn't attack Neos because he was the strongest, but because she knew that card meant a lot to Midoriya. The students' eyes widened when they looked at Malti's face. She had a sick grin on her face. The other students started to talk bad about Izuku since he lost his rare card. Nizu, normally the Melromarks are proud, caring duelists, however, this girl was spoiled and turned out like this. Multi, I'll set 2 cards face down and that will do. Round 2 Izuku LP, 3600 hand, 1 Multi LP, 4000 hand, 2 Izuku, my turn, draw. Hand, 2 Multi, grin, well, what will you do now? You might as well give up now. Without that card, you're back to being the same Deku as before. Izuku, I'm not done yet. I'll change Necroshade to Def mode, then I set a monster face down and a card and my turn's done. Multi, really, what a disappointment, and they hyped you up to be one of the best first years. Draw. Hand, 3 Multi, I play Glacial Beast Blizzard Wolf in ATK mode. Blizzard Wolf, ATK, 1400 plus 1600 DF, 700 plus 900 multi. Next I activate my Trap C stealth attack. Izuku, a continuous trap. Multi, that's right, now since I control a water monster I can special summon Silent Angler in ATK mode. Silent Angler, ATK, 800 plus 1000 DF, 1400 plus 1600 multi. Now I use Silent Angler and Blizzard Wolf to create the circuit. Mina, shocked she has a Link monster. Multi, I Link summon, Link 2 Ms. Tarboy. Ms. Tarboy, ATK, 1400 plus 1600 Link, down left arrow down right arrow multi, and so long as he's on the field all water monsters gain 500 ATK/def. Ms. Tarboy, ATK, 1600 plus 2100 Iceberg Narwhal, ATK, 2900 plus 3400 DF, 1800 plus 2300 multi? I thought you would put up a better fight than this Deku. Now I attack your face-down monster with Narwhal and with C stealth attack. Since Umi is on the field I can use one of its effects. When a LVL 5 or higher battles an opponent's monster, it's automatically destroyed. Izuku, it was Electromagnetic Turtle. I activate my Trap Hero Blast. Now I can get Neos from my graveyard and if you have any monsters with less ATK than it, I can destroy one of them. Say goodbye to Ms. Tarboy. Multi, Madger. So what? With Ms. Tarboy's effect I can add a water monster to my hand. I choose my Emperor Penguin, Smirk, and since you destroyed one of my monsters Narwhal deals you 600 points of damage. Izuku LP, 3600 to 3000 multi. I end my turn. Round 3, Izuku LP, 3000 hand, 1 multi LP, 4000 hand, 2 Izuku, my turn, draw. Hand, 2 Izuku, I set one monster face down and end my turn. Achiko, Dekun's only been able to play defense. Ida, he must have got a bad hand. Nizu, yes, even with the most balanced decks there's a possibility of you getting a bad hand with cards you can't use. Multi, too bad draw. Hand, 3 multi, I'll play Great Emperor Penguin in ATK mode, then I activate Monster Reborn. And I'll bring back Ms. Tarboy. You know what that means, all water monsters gain 500 ATK/def. A/N. Explaining Monster Reborn is like explaining Pot of Greed. Man, I wish that card was at least limited. Great Emperor Penguin, ATK, 1800 plus 2500 DF, 1500 plus 2200 multi. Now I attack your Izuku. You won't be doing anything. I activate the effect of Electromagnetic Turtle from my graveyard. By removing it from play I can end your battle phase. Multi, shocked W. No fair. Izuku, I just need more time. Multi, Gur, I play Spell Double Summon which lets me summon another monster, so I'll set a monster and end my turn. Round 4, Izuku LP, 3000 hand, 1 multi LP, 4000 hand, 1 Izuku, my turn, draw. Hand, 2 Izuku, I summon E-Hero Stratos in ATK mode. And with his effect, I can add an hero monster to my hand. I'll end it there. Multi, seriously, you're still pathetic. Draw. Hand, 2 multi, I'll start by flip summoning Nightmare Penguin. Nightmare Penguin, ATK, 900 plus 1600 DF, 1800 plus 2500 multi, and when flipped summon it can return one card you control to your hand. I choose Necroshade. And as a bonus, all water monsters I control gain 200 ATK. Nightmare Penguin, ATK, 1600 plus 1800 Great Emperor Penguin, ATK, 2500 plus 2700 Ms. Tarboy, ATK, 2100 plus 2300 Iceberg Narwhal, ATK, 3400 plus 3600 Achiko. Worried, so many powerful monsters. Multi, I attack Stratos with Emperor Penguin. And with my trap, he's destroyed. And now you're wide open. Too bad, I was hoping you were more than this, Deku. Don't worry, once you're my dog I'll make sure you don't disobey me again. Now Iceberg Narwhal attack him directly and end this duel. The monster charged up a giant ice spike and shot it toward Izuku. However, Izuku just smirked. Izuku, smirk time to show off one of my new hero monsters. Come on out. Suddenly Neos appeared in front of him and blocked the attack. Multi, shocked what? Mina, smile, he's okay. Multi, shocked B by how? Neos is a normal monster and you don't have any spells/traps. Izuku, who said this was a normal Neos? Confused at this, they looked towards Neos and noticed that he was more transparent than normal. Izuku, no matter what, a hero will always appear. Say hello to E-Hero Spirit of Neos. Since you declared an attack, I can special summon him in def mode. Toru, shocked, where does he get these cards? Malty, mad big deal, your little hero is no match for my monster. She attacks with Narwhal, but it goes straight through Neos. The monster kept trying, but nothing happened. Izuku, smirk, sorry, but when Spirit of Neos is summoned like this, he can't be destroyed by battle, and that's not all. I can also add a polymerization or a spell/trap that mentions an E-Hero to my hand. I'll add polymerization. Nemuri, I'm not bad, since she can't hit him. Midoriya is safe. Boy knows how to keep people on their toes. I wonder what else he can do. Licks lips. Malty, mad, so what? I'll place a monster face down and end my turn. Smirk, once he attacks my penguin knight, he'll be wide open again. Try all you want, Deku, you'll never beat me. Round 5, Izuku LP, 3000 hand, 2 Malty LP, 4000 hand, 1 Izuku, this is it, draw. Hand, 3 Izuku, sorry to tell you this, Mel remark, but Smirk, you gonna wish you finished my last turn. Malty, mad, what the hell are you talking about? Your monster isn't stronger than most of mine. What could you possibly do? Izuku, well, for starters, Spirit of Neos ability activates. During my main phase, I can shuffle him into my deck and special summon one normal E-Hero from it. So come on out, E-Hero Burstinatrix. Burstinatrix, ATK, 1200 DF, 800 Malty. Ha, you wasted a move playing that weak beach, haha. Too bad. Mistar Boy makes all fire monsters lose 400 ATK/def. Burstinatrix, ATK, 1200 to 800 DF, 800 to 400 Burstinatrix. Mad, she's really getting on my nerves. Izuku, am I hearing things? However, Burstinatrix just looked back and smirked. Izuku smiles, well, whatever it is, let's make her eat those words. I play polymerization and fuse E-Hero Neos with Burstinatrix to create E-Hero Grandmerge. Grandmerge, ATK, 0 diff, 0 Mina. Why would he fusion summon a monster 0 ATK/def? Nizu, smile, remember students, you must never underestimate any card. Izuku, while on the field, Grandmerge's ATK/def is equal to the combined LVLS of the monster used to summon him x 300. So that makes him have 3000 each. Grandmerge, ATK, 0 plus 3000 diff, 0 plus 3000 Ochako. Wait, isn't that just like Ida? Shocked my play. Malty, not impressed. Izuku, honestly I don't expect you to be, but this might change your mind. I play the spell Skydive Scorcher. Students, Skydive Scorcher. Izuku, it goes like this. First, I target one E-Hero fusion monster I control, and I can destroy all monsters that you control that are stronger. Say goodbye to Narwhal. Grandmerge charges his cannon and fires a flame dragon at it, destroying her monster. Malty. Izuku, and that's not all. Now you take damage equal to that monster's original ATK. Malty LP, 4000 to 1300 Malty. Mad, why you? I activate my trap, Torrential Reborn. Now I can bring back a water monster you just destroyed and you take 500 points of damage. Izuku LP, 3000 to 2500 Izuku. Well, I'm not done. Grandmerge attack Nightmare Penguin. And since C stealth attack only works for LVL 5 or higher, you can't use it. Surge Bolt Blaster. Grandmerge charged his cannon again and shot a blast of electricity toward Nightmare Penguin, destroying it. Malty LP, 1300 to 100 Malty. Pain, not enough, I'm still here. Izuku, not for long. I activate Grandmerge's ability. When he destroys a monster, I can special summon an E-Hero fusion monster from my extra deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. Malty, shocked it. Izuku, come on out, my hero. E-Hero Absolute Zero. Absolute Zero, ATK, 2500 DF, 2000 Izuku. And while on the field, Absolute Zero gains 500 ATK for each water monster on the field. Not including himself, there are 4, so he gains 2000 ATK, and because of your field spell and Mistar Boy's effect, he'll gain an additional 700. Absolute Zero, ATK, 2500 plus 5200 Ida. Good show, Midoriya. Nemuri, Smirk oh my, now that's a comeback Nizu. Smile yes, he played Melromark at her own game and used her monsters against her. Izuku, now absolute zero attack Mistar Boy with instant freeze. Now normally a monster summoned with Grand Merge can't attack a monster with LVL lower than his, however, Link monsters don't have LVLS so it doesn't count. And because of that your trap still doesn't work. Absolute Zero creates a huge frost storm that freezes all of Maltese monsters before they broke into pieces. Malti LP, 100-0 winner. Izuku Midoriya Malti, shocked and no way. Izuku, phew. Mina, happy Midori. Mina jumped on him and hugged him. Izuku, blush Aishido. Mina, smiles you're my hero. Nizu, congratulations Midoriya. Meanwhile, Malti fell to her knees and had her head down as Namuri walked up to her. Namuri, well Melromark-san, it looks like you lost so you know what that means Malti, why can't be serious? I'm not doing it. Nizu, if you want I can expel you right now. Malti growled as tears build in her eyes. The next day we see Mina and Toru laughing their butts off as we see Malti walking through wearing a shirt that said, I'm a beach that loves pee-pee. Her face was red from embarrassment. She tried to get her parent to prevent it however her mother told her she has to abide by her bet. Mina, Omen, this is rich. She looks so dumb. Izuku, I kind of feel bad though. Nah screw her, besides she would have made us do it if you lost. Malti soon walked by them and saw the smug grins the two girls were giving her. She then glared daggers at Izuku. He just sighed as he felt that this wasn't the last time he would have to deal with her. Class 1B 3rd POV. Location, Class 1A. It was a new day for Class 1A, after the fiasco with Malti and humiliating her. A week had passed and they would be heading to the USF on Friday. Mina, yesterday was amazing. Toru? Yeah, that chick had problems. Can you imagine if she did make it into this class? Mina, I don't even want to think about it. But what was her problem with you Midori? Izuku, sad she was a girl that used to bully me because I wasn't good at dueling. Achiko, shocked what but you're so good. Izuku, yeah I am now but not even 10 months ago, I was a terrible duelist. So she and others used to bully me for it. Achiko, sad that's terrible. Izuku, tell me about it. But I'm over it I just have to try to move past them. Soon Aizawa walked into the classroom making them all go quiet. Aizawa, now that's what I like to see. Now as you all know we will be heading to the USF on Friday. Myself, Yagi, and 2 other teachers will be there. Once there you'll be learning how to capture cyber criminals, like this. Aizawa pointed his dual disc toward Mina and shot out a laser rope that caught her wrist. Mina, shocked what is this? Aizawa, it's called a dual anchor, it connects to your wrist and it can't be broken unless you defeat the person that captured you. Mina, worried wait does that mean I have to duel you Aizawa-sensei? Aizawa, no I can deactivate it, that's just normal if a criminal tries to escape. Voice, dual anchor, disabled. Aizawa, now then on another note, the other dual course class, Class 1B will be accompanying us there. So Midoriya as the class representative, I need you to go over and greet them to build a better relationship with them. Izuku, nervous why yes sir. Aizawa, Yaoyorozu you go with him as well since you're the vice president. Izinski, you're the sub so you can go if you want. Momo, yes sir. Kiza, beat staying here. Ida, hand chop sir, will it be alright if the rest of us go with them? Aizawa, no, we're trying to have a good relationship with them and some of you will screw it up. Looking at you, Bakugo and Mineta. And soon the time came Izuku left with the 2 girls to visit Class 1B. Mineta, Yui. Denki, what's wrong with you? Mineta, crying this isn't fair. How come he gets to go? Not only does he get some alone time with the 2 hottest girls in class but also gets to see the different babes they have in the other class. Denki, sweat drop that's what you're mad about. Mineta, yes. We've barely been in school for a month and he's already attracted most of the girls in class. Siro, come on man, did you see how much he was shaking? Tsuyu, well Izinski is pretty scary and Yaoyorozu does give you that rich girl vibe. I'd be surprised if he wasn't nervous Karo. Tokoyami, Still with him at least we know he will make a good impression. Tsuyu, true if it had been Mineta he would have creeped the girls out. Mineta, no I wouldn't, they would have fallen for me in no time. But instead of me he's going. Doesn't he know that nerdy guys like him are only likable because they don't attract chicks? I bet he's flirting with them right now. Meanwhile with Izuku. Izuku, nervous okay Izuku, you can do this, you can do this. You're just visiting a class with 2 appealing girls and another class. Momo, Midoriya-san. Izuku, nervous Weiss. Momo, what is your plan for when we get to the other class? We must make sure we make a good first impression. Izuku, I don't really have a plan, sorry this is my first time being a class president. Momo, it's perfectly fine, we will just have to make the most and not do anything to antagonize them. Akiza, then I guess it's a good thing we didn't bring that loud mouth or the pervert. He's a quiet guy so I doubt he would do anything stupid. Izuku, thanks that makes me feel a bit less nervous. Momo, I must say, you surprised me a lot Izinski-sen. Given your reputation and how you were on the first day, I thought you would be hard to work with. Akiza, mad really and my first thought of you was of some snooty rich girl that gets everything handed to her. Momo, I'm just making an observation. Akiza, then maybe don't judge people till you get to know them. Izuku, please don't fight. Soon enough they made it to a huge door similar to their classes only with 1B instead of 1. Izuku, okay this is it, I can do this, I can do this. Akiza, oh for the love of. Akiza moved past Izuku and opened the door. What they were greeted with was the class tying up a blonde-haired boy who appeared to be unconscious. Akiza quickly shut the door. Akiza, question what did we just witness? Momo, I think we just saw them tying up one of their classmates. Akiza, let's try this again, Midoriya you get the door. Izuku, shocked Chuch. Akiza, come on you're the class president be a man. Izuku, okay, opens door excuse me, W are the representatives from class 1. Smile oh you're here. The person who walked up to them was a girl with long orange hair that she had tied into a high ponytail on the left side of her head. Itsuka, smile I'm Itsuka Kendo, the class representative, it's nice to meet you. The now named Itsuka held out her hand for a handshake however, it was aimed at the person. Momo, oh I'm not our representative, Midoriya-san is. Izuku, hi. Itsuka, oh sorry about that I just thought that she was it. Izuku, no it's okay. I'm Izuku Midoriya the class representative of class 1A. This is the vice president Momo Yayarozu, and our submember Akiza Izinski. Momo, Bose it's a pleasure to meet you all. Itsuka, likewise and this next to me is our vice president Nairenjiki Shoda. Itsuka pointed to a chubby young man of average height, with short, ice blue hair and a round face next to her. Shoda, it's nice to meet you. Akiza, so what's up with this? Akiza pointed to the unconscious boy who was tied up as the rest of them looked on. Itsuka, sweat drop let's just say, he doesn't like your class. We didn't want him to start something so we had to shut him up. Izuku, oh I guess every class has its own bokugo. Wow, no one told me 1A had a cutie like this hanging around. The comment came from a girl with a big sharp-toothed grin. Her hair was green like Izuku's but was about the same shade as their classmate Sue's. Setsuna, smile hey there, I'm Setsuna, nice to meet you. Izuku, blush chai. Setsuna, grin so you're the guy everyone is talking about, I saw your duel yesterday. Got to say, that was an impressive comeback Izuku, blush I try. Itsuka, sigh please stop Setsuna, anyway come on I'll introduce you to the rest of the class. While Izuku was getting acquainted with the other class, Toshinori was having a difficult time. Why you might ask well right now he was being whacked over the head by an old man while his co-workers and Eximsur watched on drinking coffee. This is Sorahiko Torino also known as Gran Torino, he was a pro duelist before retiring. Torino, angry you moronic muscle head. But. Torina, angry do you have any idea what you have done? But. Torino, angry did anything me or Nana taught you stick in that thick skull of yours? Not only did you reveal classified information, but you also accused Nana's grandson of working for him. Toshinori, scared I'm sorry I didn't know he was related to MSTR. Nana, Sip I don't see how, I mean my name is on his registration paper. Nizu, he didn't look through them. Nana, deadpan really Toshi. Toshinori, embarrassed I skimmed them. But Torino, angry idiot. And another thing, what the hell gives you the right to tell a kid to basically give up his dream? Growler, yes, we would like to know as well. Nizu, smile yes, please indulge us Yagi hihi. Toshinori began to sweat. Growler would admit that during his time as a teacher, we would be biased and judge students. But at the end of the day, he still cared about them no matter what and never tell them to give up their dreams. Toshinori, it's just the way he played was so amateurish that I thought that if I was blunt he would maybe find something else to do. Don't get me wrong, the kid's smart, but when it came to dueling he just didn't have it. As he wouldn't have made it in the pro league. I was just trying to save him the humiliation. Nana could only sigh and look out the window. She often wondered where the old times went. When dueling was more about having fun, now it seems like more and more people were using it for their own benefit. Money, fame, and power, those seem to be the only things that mattered now. Nana, and here I thought you would be different Toshinori. Don't forget that you weren't always this good before I came along. Toshinori, sad I'm sorry. Nana, it's not me you should be apologizing to. Izuku was going into a dark place thanks to those little shitheads. You're lucky someone who actually cared helped him. Toshinori, but that's something I still don't get. If not AFO, then how did he get that card? Growler, God you're dumb, who else is the only one that has Neos? Toshinori thought for a minute before it hit him like a rider kick. Toshinori, shocked I impossible, you're telling me Jaden Yuki himself was the one that gave him Neos. Nana, that's right, though if you want to know how, well you'll have to ask Izuku that as it's not my place. Smile just know, my grandbaby will bring dueling back to how it used to be. And in this school, he won't be the only one. Back with Izuku, he got to know the other students of Class 1B. There were some strange ones though. Like Tetsu, who almost got into an argument with Akiza though he was quickly shot down. Then there was Yosetsu Owaze who seemed to glare at Izuku from time to time, though some noticed it was mostly when he was close to Momo. Then there was Yui Kodai. She was a strange girl who would stare at the three of them when they asked her something. She seemed to only say one word or nod her head. Other than that they all got along well, but little did they know their problem was about to wake up. Ah, Class 1B. Oh no. So I see you've arrived, Class 1. What's wrong? Are you too afraid to be in the presence of superior beings such as us? I/M/A. For you. Nito, shocked what? How can you not know me? I'm Nito Monoma, the strongest and most talented student in Class 1B, always. Sweat drop, giving yourself a lot of credit there. Kinoko, to Yui Itich, how did H even get loose shroom? Yui, shrugs Shishida. Monoma-san, what did we say about causing problems? We are trying to make a good impression. I/M/A. He kind of reminds me of Ida. Nito, smirk, what? I'm not causing anything. Doesn't it irritate you that they have two famous students? Manga, not this again. Nito, what? It's not every day you get to see the Black Rose and the heiress to the Yayarozu Corporation. But even with them we still exceed them by a lark. Before he could finish, Itsuka knocked him out by chopping his neck. Itsuka, sorry about that. Izuku, it's fine. Momo, Midoriya-san, we should be heading back now. Setsuna, but I finally met another greenet, can't we keep him? Itsuka, no Setsuna. Setsuna, come on please, hey we can trade Monoma. Akiza, no way. We already have one annoying blonde. Itsuka, then before you leave how about a duel? Think of it as a sign of friendship between classes. Izuku, smiles, I think that's a great idea. Momo, in that case, I will represent our class in this duel. Akiza, what brought this on? Momo, well why not? I feel that as the class representative, Midoriya-san should always be the one to show what he can do. As his vice president, I must support him. Izuku, blush tea, thank you, Yayarozu. Momo, smile, it's fine Midoriya-san, now then who shall I face? Itsuka, how about vice versus vice? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Shota, shocked Hami. Itsuka, smile, yeah, come on, you're gonna have to duel eventually. Shota, W if I must. Nito, angry, I will not accept this. Sin, and he's back. Nito, angry no if anyone is going to defeat these Class 1A losers it's going to be me. Please Shota, please let me do this, please, I beg you. Shota, sweat drop I guess if you really want to. Nito, great. The two students stood across from each other and activated their dual disc. Momo's had a red body with white highlights and a white center, while Monoma's had a black body with silver highlights and a silver center. Nito, smirk, I hope you're ready to be defeated, Miss Vice President. Don't think just because you're a girl that. Momo, I would be disappointed if you did. Izuku, Yayarosa, good luck. Itsuka, alright, are both sides ready then? M/and duel. Round 1 Momo LP, 4000 hand, 5 Nito LP, 4000 hand, 5 Nito, smirk, I'll go first, and I'll start by activating the spell card Instant Fusion. Now I can pay 1000 LP and special summon a LVL 5 or lower fusion monster from my extra deck. Come out, invoked Raid Gene. Nito LP, 4000 to 3000 invoked Raid Gene, ATK, 2200 DF, 2400 Izuku. He used Instant Fusion to get out a fusion monster, however, that spell makes it so that it can't attack and it's destroyed at the end phase. Akiza, meaning he must have other uses for it. Nito, next, I activate the spell The Book of the Law. Now I contribute one invoked monster and summon a different one from my extra deck. Behold my ace, invoked Makaba. Invoked Makaba, ATK, 2500 diff, 2100 aways, DM, Monoma may talk SHT but he's got game. Kamakiri, yes he does and that monster is powerful. Nito, smirk, I'll place one card and end my turn, while your turn 1A sum. Momo, my turn, draw. Hand. 6 Momo looked at her hand but couldn't help but smile at the card. It was one of the most treasured cards that she had. Momo, smile, let's do this, Ray. I'll start by playing the spell Sky Striker Maneuver, Afterburners. Since I have no monsters in my main monster zone, I can destroy one face-up monster you control. Suddenly an arrow of fire headed toward Makaba. Nito, smirk, ha. Is that all? I activate Makaba's ability. Now by discarding the same card type, say a spell, I can negate that card and banish it. Makaba swung its sword and extinguished the flame. Momo, not bad but I'm far from done. I summon Sky Striker Ace Ray in ATK mode. A/N. Character will get reprints at some point in the story. Ray, ATK, 1500 DF, 1500 Momo. I can't risk using her ability right now, there's a chance that he might use his monster's effect again. Pony, oh my god. Is that Ray from Flash Sword Princess? Momo, why yes, my mother is actually the producer. Now then I use Ray to create the circuit. Ray flew up towards the link circuit, however, instead of going to the markers. She flies through the circuit as armor starts to form around her. Momo, strike like a great tornado, Link 1 Sky Striker Ace, hey 8, ATK, 1500 Link, down left arrow Momo, now battle, hey 8 attack. Setsuna, shocked ha, but her monster's way weaker than Monoma's. Nitoka, if she wants to self-destruct then let her, it will just make winning easier. Makaba tried to attack Hey 8 only for her to dodge and shoots Monoma. Nito LP, 3000 to 1500 Nito, shocked B but how? Momo, as you can see Hey 8 can skip my opponent's monsters and attack them directly. And as a bonus at the end of the battle I can send one Sky Striker card from my deck to the graveyard. Nito, Gore Lucky Shot. Momo, main phase 2, I play the spell Foolish Burial Goods. This spell allows me to send one spell from my deck to my graveyard. I'll end my turn by playing 2 face downs. Rin, she was able to bypass his monster and deal him damage. As expected from someone who was recommended to this school. Juzo, but why would she send her spell to the graveyard? It doesn't make sense. Tetsu, a minute, what the hell was that? That wasn't manly at all, you should be taking your opponent's monster head on. Izuku, I guess they have their own Kirishima too, but still Yaoyorosis got this handle now that she's got her set up. Round 2 Momo LP, 4000 hand, 2 Nito LP, 1500 hand, 2 Nito, my turn, draw. Hand, 3 Nito, you're gonna love this, I play the spell Allure of Darkness, and now I draw 2 cards and banish a dark attribute monster from my hand. Hand, 3 Nito. Now I summon Alistair the Invoker. Alistair, ATK, 1000 diff, 1800 Nito, and when he's summoned I can add Invocation to my hand. Momo, Invocation. I'm guessing that it has something to do with allowing you to fusion summon. Nito, that's right. Now I'll activate it and it not only lets me fusion summon invoked monsters using monsters in my hand but my fields and either player's graveyard by banishing them. Momo, shocked what? A portal opens behind Alistair as Ray appears and gets dragged into it along with him. Nito, I fusion summon invoked Caliga. Invoked Caliga. Def, 1800 ATK, 1000 Nito. Smile how was that one? Your monster was used to help summon my amazing one. Momo, how dare you? Though Monoma was laughing, Momo looked angry as she glared at him, making him flinch. Momo, glare, how dare you use Ray like that? I hope you're prepared for the consequences. Nito, scared? Why you don't scare me? Now that Invocation is in the graveyard I can target a banished Alistair and shuffle him into my deck then add him back to my hand. Next, I activate Polymerization and fuse Alistair and Caliga to fusion summon Invoked Ogoids. Invoked Ogoids, ATK, 2000 diff, 2800 Izuku. He's got out 2 fusion monsters, and they're powerful too. Nito, smirk, that's right, I heard that you also use fusion monster. It must make you feel like CRP to see someone else using the method better than you, huh? Itsuka, mad Monoma focus. Nito, smirk please, I've got this one. Now I activate Ogoid's ability. When this card is summoned, I can target one monster you control and destroy it. Momo, I don't think so. I activate the quick spell Sky Striker Mecha, Widow Anchor. Now with this, I can target one monster you control and negate its effects. Nito, not like that will happen. I'll use Makaba's effect to negate it. Shishida, with her monster gone that will leave her wide open. Cozy Eye, sweet, that means he will get an OTK one-turn kill. Momo, I figured you would do that, that's why I activate my other face-down Sky Striker Mecha Eagle Booster. Momo, with this, I can make it so my monster isn't affected by card effects. Nito, shocked, wait what? You tricked me. Doesn't matter, it's still over. I activate Ogoid's other effect by banishing one fusion monster in my graveyard. It gains ATK equal to that monster until the end of your turn. So by banishing Raijin, Ogoids gains 2200 ATK. Ogoids, ATK, 2000 plus 4200 Nito. Battle, I attack Hay8 with Ogoids. Ogoids shoots out beams of light that rain down on Hay. Momo, HDH, Momo LP, 4000 to 1300 Nito. Smirkmph, now all I need is a direct attack and this duel is over. Seems that this shows that we're the superior class after all if your recommended student loses so easily. Izuku, smirk, I wouldn't count Yayorozu out just yet. Nito. When the smoke from the attack cleared, Hay8 was shown to still be standing. Nito, shocked Chao. Momo, my spell card had an additional effect. So long as I have 3 or more spells in my graveyard the monster I used it on can't be destroyed by battle this turn. Nito, no way. Momo, you know you really shouldn't underestimate your opponent. One must always have a backup plan in case the first one fails. Nito, Gore, don't you lecture me. Macabre attacks Hay8. The two monsters clash their weapons blocking each other's strikes before Hay8 was knocked back. Nito, smirk, even if your monster's not destroyed, you still take damage. Momo LP, 1300 to 300 Nito. I end my turn. Momo, now draw. Hand, 3 Momo. I play the spell card Sky Striker Mobilize, engage. With it, if I have no cards in my main monster zone I can add a Sky Striker card from my deck to my hand. However, since I have 3 or more spells in my graveyard, I'm also allowed to draw 1 card. Hand, for Shirhai. Her spell cards give her extra effects the more she has in the graveyard. No wonder she was sending spells to the graveyard. Momo, now I create the circuit with Hay8. Now appear link 1 Sky Striker Ace Kana. Nito, mad, so what, your monster's still gone? Momo, then I guess I better change the playing field. I play the spell card Sky Striker Mecha Hornet Drones. With it, I can summon a Sky Striker Ace token, and since I have 3 or more spells in my graveyard, it will have 1500 ATK/def. Token, ATK, 1500 DF, 1500 Momo. Now once more I create the circuit. blaze forth with a raging inferno. I link summon link 1 Sky Striker Ace, Kaguri. Kaguri, ATK, 1500 link, up left arrow Izuku, that's the monster she used during our training, so cool. Momo, now Kaguri's effect activates when summoned. I can target 1 Sky Striker spell in my graveyard and add it to my hand. And I'll use it, which is Sky Striker Maneuver, Jamming Waves. Meanwhile back in Wanidenki, Achu. Ida, bless you. Back to the duel Nito, wait, I don't remember you using Monoma remembered that she sent it earlier when she used Foolish Burial Goods or Hate. Nito, F from back then. Momo, with this, I can target 1 set spell / trap card you control and destroy it. Nito, no you don't because I'm activating it. Go Omega Summon, now I can target as many invoked monsters that are banished and special summon them in def mode, come back Raging. Momo, Sai, I planned for something like that, that's why I wanted to see what it was. Nito, shocked you're telling me you did that just so you could see what my face down was. Momo, that is correct, and since I have 3 or more spells in my graveyard, my spell lets me destroy 1 monster on the field. Sorry, Raging, but you came back for nothing. Cannons aimed at Raging before firing at it. Momo, oh I forgot to mention, Kaguri gains 100 ATK for each spell that I have in my graveyards. So far I have 7, so she gains 700 ATK. Kaguri, ATK, 1500 plus 2200 Momo. Next I activate the spell limiter removal. Now the ATK of all machine monsters I currently control is doubled until the end of this turn. Kaguri, ATK, 2200 plus 4400 Nito. Smirk, it's okay, no matter who she attacks I'll still have plenty of LP to beat her next turn. Momo, I activate the equipped spell Sky Striker Macharmery, Hercules Base. Nito, oh what now? Momo, by equipping this card onto Kaguri, she can't attack directly but she can make a second attack on monsters. Battle, Kaguri attacks his monsters with Blaze Release. The blades on Kaguri's back start to glow as she holds her blade up, then in one swift movement, she flew toward the monsters and slashed them in 2 before both blew up in a huge explosion. Nito, Nito LP, 1500 to 0 winner. Momo Yayarosa Momo, Bose, thank you for the excellent duel. Kinoko, shocked, no way, she had complete control from the start. Shroom. Pony, English, so cool, I can't believe I got to see Ray in person. Izuku, congratulations Yayarozu, you countered everything he threw at you. Momo, smiles, why thank you Midoriya-san. Kiza, it was alright I guess. Nito, how could I lose to someone from class 1A? Itsuka, come on, don't feel bad Monoma, you tried your best. Nito, no I won't accept this, I want a rematch. Shota, please calm down Monoma. Momo, well, I'd say this meeting was a rounding success. Izuku, yeah, I can't believe how much similar our classes are. Excuse me. Everyone turned and saw a girl standing by the door. She had trifocal glasses and black hair that pointed down in an arrow. Carly, smiles, hi, I'm Carly Carmet. I'm a member of the school news club. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, but I've come to take the class photo. Itsuka, oh I almost forgot about that, thanks for coming. Carly, wow, so many popular students in one class. I've heard so much about each and every one of you. Itsuka, you have? Carly, smile, yeah, who doesn't know about Itsuka Kendo, the martial arts student who's said to have both beauty and brains? Itsuka, blush, oh no I'm not that appealing. Carly, to 1A, hey aren't you 3 from class 1? Izuku, yes we are, is something wrong? Sorry, we were just about to leave. Carly, tears, oh thank God. Izuku, shocked, huh? Carly, tears, I went to your class earlier to take your photos but your teachers scared me off. Izuku, sweat drop, oh I'm sorry on his behalf. Soon the 3 of them headed back to class along with Carly to have their pictures taken. Aizawa was also chewed out by both Namuri and Hizashi for scaring a student, with the latter saying this was why he was not popular with women. Location, Mizudafu Mental Hospital night. We turn over to the mental hospital and see a man walking up to the reception desk where the receptionist is playing on her phone. Receptionist, I'm sorry but visiting hours are over. Does it look like I care? The receptionist went pale as she heard the voice and immediately looked up from her phone and saw who it was. It was one of the richest, most influential men on the plane, none other than Seto Kaiba, one of the strongest duelists to have ever picked up a deck. The man who changed how Duel Monsters was played forever. Why was he here? For most, you would think it had something to do with his brother Makuba, but no, it was worse than that. Receptionist, scared cake Dibisan I, it's nice to see you again. What can I do you for? I mean, what can I help you with? Seto, enough of your babble, you know why I'm here. Is she up? Receptionist, why yes sir, she's usually awake at this time. Seto, good, now has that idiot come to see her, or has he been anywhere near this building? Receptionist, and no sir, we made it clear the first time that he was not allowed to be anywhere near here. Seto, make sure it stays that way, I'm going to see her. Receptionist, why yes, go ahead. With that Seto walked away. Receptionist, phew, how can he be so hot yet so scary? Once he made it to the room he was looking for, he walked in and saw who he came to see. Seto, Rei. Father. The person he came to see was his daughter, Rei Todoroki, soon to be back as Rei Kaiba. Rei, smiles, it's good to see you again. Seto couldn't help but smile as he walked over and sat at the end of her bed. To most, Seto was a cold businessman, however, he did have a kinder side that most rarely got to see. His daughter was one of the most important people to him, and he would do anything to protect her. Seto, you seem to be doing well. Rei, smiling, getting by. How is mother doing? Seto, nagging me as usual. Rei, giggles, but that's why you both get along so well. I heard Uncle Makuba opened up a second branch. Seto, yes, we even got more business deals thanks to that. Rei, smiles, well, Uncle is much kinder than you are. Seto, please, being nice won't get people to respect you. Rei, really, what about that time one of your employees was injured and you sued the manufacturing company? Seto, I got a lot of money from that. Rei, what about the time one's wife was PRGNT and you gave him a paid leave and told him if he came back you would fire him? Seto, I just thought that if his child was as talented as him I could hire them in the future. Rei, smile, you're a lot kinder than you let yourself be known. So how are the kids? Seto, mad that BSTRD is still trying to get custody of Shoto but he can forget it. But on a lighter note, Fuyumi is in college and Natsuo just finished high school. Rei, smile, that's good, I'm glad that they're getting through life, and thank you for keeping him away from my kids. Please tell Shoto I'm proud of him for making it into Seto, confused, how do you know that? Rei, oh, the woman that helps me a lot, her son also goes there. Seto, I see, heard that you got a new nurse and that she's helped you open up a lot. Rei, smiles, yes, she's a very kind person. Seto, have you been able to pick up your deck yet? Rei, sad, no I haven't, I can't even touch cards anymore. Seto, Rei, just say the word and I'll. Rei, no father, I want to get better, that way I do it myself. I'll make him pay for ruining my life as well as my kids. Mad, it's all his fault. Because of him, Shoto has that scar on his face because of me. And because of him, Tuya is Seto. Rei, sorry father, it's just when I think of him I get so angry. Seto, it's fine, I understand. Get some rest, I'll come visit when I can, oh, and give this to this Inko woman. Seto takes out a checkbook and writes an amount on it before handing it back to Rei. When he left, Rei looked at the check and saw the amount and her eyes went wide. Rei, shocked, did he accidentally add a zero? Not this is father I'm talking about. I just hope Inko doesn't have a heart attack. Tales of a Hero Part 1 Izuku POV. We only have 2 more days till we go to the USF. Currently, I am in my room looking over a journal of the different cards I've seen. I've been doing this since I was a kid and I figured it was an excellent way to remember other effects since our dual disc hides the card effects unless we have either played them or played against them. A/N. This is just one of the theories on why they don't read cards. Izuku, there, that should do it. I decided to pull out my cards and look over them. I have gotten a lot compared to when I first started out. Even now a lot has changed. I got into my dream school, beat 2 of my former bullies, and got made class representative. Izuku, I still can't believe so much has changed over the last 10 months. Months ago. Third POV. Returning to the beginning, we open the scene in a middle school classroom where we see our main character sitting at his desk looking at his note. Teacher, okay, I have reviewed your forms for your dream occupations. The teacher threw the papers in the air. Teacher, smile, who am I kidding? I know you all want to be pro-duelists. Soon everyone in the room started to cheer. Teacher, smile, all right, settle down. Smirk, hey teach. Don't lump me in with the rest of these rejects, they'll be lucky to make it as some. Duelister. Yes, the resident PP head is here. Now some of you might be wondering why he is here if he was sent to a prep school. Well, this was before he went there. As you can see, he's no different from how he is in the present. Random student 1. Angry, screw you Bakugo. RS2. Angry, yeah, you think you're better than us. Katsuki. Angry, bring it, I'll take all of you on. Teacher. Oh yeah, you register for you. Didn't you Bakugo? RS3. And no way. Female student 1. That's like the toughest school to get into. I hear they only have a 10% acceptance rate. Katsuki. Smirk, that's right, I passed the written exam. That's why I'll be the only one from this CRP school to make it. Teacher. Well, not really, Midoriya, didn't you apply too? Izuku. Loudly crying face WHY. Everyone stopped for a minute before they all started to laugh. It was to no one's knowledge that Izuku was known as the worst duelist in the entire school. Soon everyone started calling him names which made the teacher feel bad. He wasn't trying to single him out, he just didn't know how to read the room at times. RS1. Midoriya, yeah right. Being smart won't mean anything if you can't duel. Izuku. Nervous b but. Katsuki. Deku. Katsuki walked up to his desk and kicked it. Katsuki. Angry, what the hell do you think you're doing, huh? You're worse than the rest of these losers, you're worthless. Do you really think you can compete with the best of the best? Izuku. Scared, I am not trying to compete with anyone, I just figured I'd try is all. Try, he says, please, like you would make it. The one who said this was none other than Malti. Even though her family is well known, her parents have a tradition where they send their kids to public school to try and build character. In reality, she only succeeded in losing her virginity. Teacher, you know it's strange, you all are talking big, but other than Bakugo and Midoriya, none of you passed the exam. This got many of the students to be quiet. Teacher, glare, and Bakugo, I suggest you sit down or you will get detention. Katsuki. TSK, whatever, this isn't over, Deku. Soon the class ended and Izuku just wanted to go home but was stopped by Katsuki and his buddies. Katsuki, where do you think you're going? We're not done here. Izuku, scared, Kaken, can't you just let me go today? Katsuki, F that, listen here Deku, I plan to be the #1 duelist in the world, you're nothing compared to me. That's why you better not apply or else. Izuku. Katsuki and his buddies start to leave, but he stopped at the entrance. Katsuki, you know Deku, there is one way you could be a good duelist. Izuku looked up with hope. For all this time he hoped that his childhood friend was still there, but what he said next made him lose all faith in him. Katsuki, smirk, pray to be a better duelist in the next life and jump off the tallest building you can find. Izuku, shocked. Izuku was left in utter shock at what he just said, even though Katsuki thought it was funny. Just then something in Izuku snapped, and while Katsuki was laughing as he left, Izuku grabbed his shoulder before he turned him around and socked him square in the face, sending him to the ground. Katsuki, pain anger symbol de yuba izu, mad tears go to hell Bakugo. Katsuki was shocked because for once he didn't call him by that nickname. Soon Izuku ran out of the room, leaving all the students in shock. Little did he know the teacher recorded everything. Later we see Izuku walking down the street wiping the tears from his eyes. Izuku, sniff, but you can't say that to people. Bump, oof, sorry, I wasn't looking where I was, go, gasp. Smile, it is quite alright, young one. I also wasn't paying attention. Izuku looked up at the tall figure and his jaw hit the ground. Standing before him was his idol, the #1 champion level duelist in Japan, Toshinori Yagi. Izuku, shocked, All Might. Toshinori, smile, ha. Yes, it is I, All Might. Izuku, I. Overwhelmed by his excitement, Izuku fainted. Toshinori. While Izuku was knocked out, we return to the middle school where we see Inko walking toward the principal's office. Inko, I wonder why they called me so suddenly. I hope nothing bad happened. Once there she opened the door where she sees her longtime friend Mitsuki and Maru Bakugo, along with the principal and Izuku's teacher. Inko, Mitsuki. Mitsuki, smile yo Inko, what are you doing here? Principal, Miss Midoriya, I'm glad you're here, we have something to discuss with you and the Bakugos. Inko, nervous, is something wrong, did something happen with my son? Mitsuki, Sai, what is it this time? Inko, confused this time. Principal, Miss Midoriya, are you aware of your son's situation here at school? Inko, situation, no, I have no idea. Principal, so he's never told you anything, I figured he wouldn't. Inko, I'm confused, what is this about, what's going on? Teacher, Miss Midoriya, I'll just come out and say it because you need to know, your son is being bullied. Inko's and the Bakugo's eyes widened. Inko knew that her son used to get picked on a lot when he was little but didn't think it would get to this point. Teacher, judging by your expression, he never told you about it. To be honest with you, ma'am, we would have told you sooner but Izuku begged us not to. Inko, but why, you should have still told me. How long has this been going on? Both the principal and teacher had glum expressions. Teacher, since his first year here. Inko, shocked, what? Principal, sad, we're very sorry, ma'am. Mitsuki, mad, what the hell? If you knew he was being bullied you should have said something. Teacher, mad, don't try to play ignorant, Mrs. Bakugo. You knew about the bullying and ignored it. Mitsuki, mad, what are you talking about, I didn't know anything about it. Teacher, mad, well, considering you act like your son can do no wrong and let him walk around doing whatever he wants. I can see why. Inko, what do you mean? Principal, you see, ma'am, the Bakugos knew about the bullying in a way. In fact, their son Katsuki is the one that started it all. Inko was shocked and looked toward her best friend. Inko, shocked, Katsuki started this and you knew. Mitsuki, scared to that's a lie, Katsuki and Izuku are best friends. Teacher, we're best friends. I've heard that because of their difference in skill levels in Duel Monsters, Katsuki was praised a lot when he was younger and it seems it all went to his head. Masaru, but why Izuku, why him? We know Izuku and he doesn't bother anyone. Teacher, well, I'd hate to say this but Izuku is the worst duelist in this entire school. It also doesn't help that he's meek and shy. It makes him an easy target. Inko, to Bakugo's why didn't you try to stop him? Principal, because they really don't care. Every time we call them about Katsuki's behavior, Mr. Bakugo just ignores it, and when it comes to Mrs. Bakugo, it's just her constantly yelling and saying we're lying. It's gotten so bad that some of the teachers gave up trying. Teacher, and before you ask, yes, we do have evidence. The teacher pulls out his phone and plays a video showing all the bullying that was happening to Izuku, and the ringleader of it all was none other than Katsuki Bakugo. Katsuki recording. You know, Deku, there is one way you could be a good duelist. Katsuki R. Smirk, pray to be a better duelist in the next life and jump off the tallest building you can find. Hearing this, Inko was about to rush at the both of them before the teacher grabbed her. Inko, mad, you beach, I'll kill you. Mitsuki, scared, no, this can't be. Katsuki, why? Masaru, mad, what was he thinking saying something like that? Teacher, Miss Midoriya, please calm down. Inko, mad, calm down, calm down. You expect me to calm down after seeing this? Principal, I understand you're angry, ma'am, that's why we want to ask how you want to go about this. Masaru, what do you mean? Principal, well, Mr. Bakugo, this isn't considered mere bullying now, this is assault, a crime. So Miss Midoriya, as the parent, it is up to you how you want to proceed with this. Inko thought about it and glared at the couple. Of course, she wanted to press charges. This was her son, her only child they were talking about. But at the same time, it was that son who hid this from her, probably thinking he didn't want to cause her any trouble. Inko, give me till tomorrow, I need a minute to cool off and discuss this with my son. Teacher, we understand, ma'am, just know if you want to press charges against the school we won't fight you. Inko nodded before she headed for the door. Mitsuki, sad Inko. Inko, glare, don't you say a word to me. Either of you. Back with Izuku. Toshinori, hey young man, are you up? We see Toshinori lightly smacking Izuku on his face to try and wake him. Soon he began to stir. Izuku, what? Oh my god, it's really All Might. Toshinori, Smile. Geez kid, you gave me quite the scare there. Anyway, sorry for bumping into you like that. Izuku, and no, it's fine, I am a huge fan. Oh, wait, aw man, I know I got something. Izuku looked through his bag to find something for him to sign. He takes out one of his notebooks only to find out he already signed it. Izuku, shocked, he already signed it. Thank you, I'll treasure it forever. Toshinori, smile. You're very welcome. Well, I better be on my way. Izuku, wait. Toshinori, Izuku, do you mind if I ask you something? Toshinori, I'm sure, what is it? Izuku, sad. I've always liked to duel, but I can't seem to win no matter how hard I try. I don't have that many good cards and can't ask my mom because she has other things to worry about. Can someone like me ever become a pro? Toshinori, well, I can't really answer that, young man. Izuku, Toshinori, smile. Not unless you duel me. Izuku, shocked. What, me duel you? Toshinori, why not? Come on, it's not every day you duel a pro. So do you accept? Izuku, why yes, thank you so much. Both of them activate their dual disc I/T duel. Round 1. Izuku LP, 4000 hand, 5 All Might LP, 4000 hand, 5 Toshinori, smile. I'll let you make the first move. Izuku, nervous. Ari. Okay, I'll play a monster face down and a card face down, that's it for me. Toshinori, pretty basic setup. My turn. Draw. Hand, 6 Toshinori. I summon Heroic Challenger Assault Halberd. Assault Halberd, ATK, 1800 DF, 200 Toshinori. Next I'll play the spell Mystical Space Typhoon. Now I can destroy one spell/trap on the field. Izuku, CRP. Toshinori, battle. I attack your face-down monster. Assault Halberd goes to stab the card only for it to reveal Clayman, who blocks the attack. Clayman, def, 2000 ATK, 800 All Might LP, 4000 to 3800 Toshinori, smile. Well, it looks like I couldn't get through. Izuku, he's holding back. I guess it makes sense as to why. Toshinori, I'll set 2 cards face down and end my turn. Round 2. Izuku LP, 4000 hand, 3 All Might LP, 3800 hand, 2 Izuku, nervous. Oh okay, my turn. I draw. Hand, for Izuku. Okay, I SWH Clayman to ATK mode. Next I'll summon E-Hero Stratos. Stratos, ATK, 1800 DF, 300 Izuku. Now battle. Stratos attacks Halberd. Both monsters attack each other. Izuku, now Clayman will attack you directly. Toshinori, I could activate my trap, but I want to see what he does. All Might LP, 3800 to 3000 Izuku. I'll set a card face down and end my turn. I did it. I dealt damage to All Might. Toshinori. Kid, what was that? Izuku. Toshinori, why didn't you use your monster's effect? You could have destroyed my face down or added a hero to your hand. Izuku, I didn't think about that. Toshinori, not only that you switched your Clayman into ATK mode, a weak monster in ATK mode, and a face down. It makes it obvious that you have a trap card. It's a move that a complete amateur would do. Izuku, sad. Oh. Toshinori, sigh. Oh well, my turn. I draw hand, 3 Toshinori. I'll start by activating my trap card, Call of the Haunted. Now I can target a monster in my graveyard and bring it back to the field. Come on back, Assault Halberd. Now I summon HC Extra Sword. Extra Sword, ATK, 1000 diff, 1000 Toshinori, and since I control 2 or more warrior monsters, I can special summon HC Morning Star. Morning Star, ATK, 1500 DF, 1300 Toshinori, and when he's summoned I can add a heroic spell/trap to my hand. Hand, 2 Toshinori. Now I overlay these 3 monsters to build the overlay network. IXYZ summon come forth, Heroic Champion Kusanagi. Kusanagi, ATK, 2500 DF, 2400 Izuku. Shocked, so cool, that's one of his best cards. Toshinori. Now Extra Sword's ability, when used for an XYZ summon, that monster gains 1000 ATK. Kusanagi, ATK, 2500 plus 3500 Toshinori. Next I play the spell Heroic Chance. With this, I can target a heroic monster I control and double its ATK point. Kusanagi, ATK, 7000 Toshinori. Battle, I attack Clayman with Kusanagi, Flame Sword Slash. Izuku, Izuku LP, 4000-0 winner. All Might. Izuku fell to his knees, he figured he would lose. Izuku, sad hee I lose? Tashinori. Young man, I'll be honest with you, you are probably the worst duelist I've met. Izuku looked up in shock. Tashinori, I'm sorry but that's just the reality of it, I can tell you have a lot of love for the game. But with your skills, you will never be a pro. Izuku, tears. Tashinori, I'd recommend finding something different to do with your life, and saving yourself the embarrassment. With that, Tashinori left the young boy there. Izuku just cried. The man he admired just told him harshly to give up his dream. He looked at the autograph he got before tearing it into pieces. Soon he started to make his way home. Izuku, sniff. Now I see why people say never meet your heroes. Mad, what did you say? I dare you to say that again. Izuku hears yelling coming from his apartment. He quietly makes his way into the building and saw his mother arguing with his uncle Kotaro Shimura, her younger brother. A/N. Nana had Inko when she was 19, making them at this point in time 40 Inko and 38 Kotaro. What I just said the truth. Inko, mad the truth. This is your nephew. Kotaro, annoyed. It's not my fault he's such a failure. He should have given up dueling and done something better with his life. Nana, mad. That doesn't give you the right to say he deserved to get bullied. Kotaro, it's his own fault. If he didn't lack the skills and spoke up, none of this would have happened. Izuku grabbed his hand. He was starting to get angry from what he said. His uncle was a selfish person that wanted everything done his way. It got to the point where he would abuse his children both emotionally and physically before his grandmother got involved after an accident. He even started trying to do this to him as well. He was about to go in before he heard. In a fit of rage, Inko slapped her younger brother, leaving everyone in shock. Inko, you haven't changed at all. When are you going to accept that this is the reason Tenko died? Kotaro, mad, don't bring him into this. Inko, mad, oh so now you care. First you drive your son to his death, and now you're trying to do the same thing to mine. Just get out. Kotaro, what? Inko, mad, get the hell out of my house. Kotaro, TSK, fine, but when he fails the entrance exam, don't say I didn't tell you so. Izuku, like I care what you think. Everyone turns to see Izuku there. Nana, Izuku. Izuku. Inko, Izuku, you heard all of that. Izuku, yeah, glares at Kotaro. So much for family. Kotaro, glare, what did you say? Izuku, mad, you heard me, but why can't you keep your own ideals to yourself? I didn't ask to get bullied. I have never bothered anyone, so why? Kotaro, mad, you really want to know why? It's because you're a total. Nana, mad. Kotaro, shut up. This caused Kotaro to flinch but soon fell to the ground when Izuku threw his book bag at him before running out of the house. Soon he made it to a bridge where he stood there. He took out his deck, gripping it tight. Izuku, tears, I never asked for any of this, all this over a stupid game. Izuku lifted his hand to throw the deck into the river. He hesitated for what felt like forever. As he was about to throw them, he felt someone grab his wrist. Whoa there, kid, you sure you want to do that? Izuku looked toward the person and saw a person with hair that can best be described as a Kuribo wearing a red jacket with a black shirt with black jeans. Come on, man. A deck is your very soul, you can't just throw it away like that. Izuku, what do you care? Thinking, well, I can't sit by and let a good duelist throw away his cards. Izuku, yeah, well, I'm not a good duelist, sorry, but can you please just leave me alone? Really, what's wrong? Izuku, it doesn't matter, you wouldn't understand. Smile, well, I won't know unless you tell me. Izuku was reluctant to tell the stranger but figured maybe it will help him, so he begins to tell his story, from the bullying to his own family problems. Man, that sounds rough. Izuku, sad, yeah, and the worst part is that I looked up to the guy. Maybe I should just give up and find something else to do. Are you sure about that? Izuku, huh? If you give up now, you'll just be proving them right. Hey, I know what will cheer you up, how about a duel? Izuku, shocked, huh, but I just said dash. Smile, come on, just one, I promise after this you'll feel a lot better. So what do you say? Izuku, but I don't have my dual disc. Smile, it's cool, I have a spare just in case this happens. The man took out 2 red dual discs and handed one to Izuku. Are you ready? Izuku, why yeah. Smile good, then get your game on. /I, duel. Round 1, Izuku LP, 4000 hand, 5. LP, 4000 hand, 5 Izuku, I guess I'll start. Okay, I won't mess up this time. I summon E-Hero Stratos in ATK mode. Stratos, ATK, 1800 def, 300. Smile whoa sweet you use heroes? Izuku, okay now for his ability, I activate Stratos' ability, I can add a hero monster from my deck to my hand I choose Avian. I'll set 1 card face down and end my turn. Smile not bad, it's my turn I draw. Hand, 6. Smile sweet hope you don't mind me copying you, I also summon E-Hero Stratos. And like you, I'll add a hero to my hand, I choose Sparkman. Now I activate Polymerization and fuse Sparkman with a normal hero monster in my hand to create E-Hero Grandmerge. Grandmerge, ATK, 0 def, 0 Izuku, shocked I've never seen that one before. Smile then get ready to be amazed because when Fusion summoned, he gains 300 ATK/def equal to the combined LVLS of the monster I used. Sparkman is LVL4 and the other monster was LVL7 which makes his ATK/def go up to 3300. Grandmerge, ATK, 0 plus 3300 df, 0 plus 3300 Izuku. It's only his first turn and he already has a monster with over 3000 ATK. I'm not done yet, next I activate O over Soul. With this, I can bring back an E-Hero normal monster from my graveyard. Get ready because hailing all the way from Neo Space. E-Hero Neos. Neos, ATK, 2500 diff, 2000 Izuku stood in shock at the monster before him, it was one of the legendary monsters well known throughout. Izuku, shocked, Thanos, I get it, no wonder you look so familiar. You are a him, the wandering hero, Jaden Yuki. Jaden, smile hee hee, wandering hero now that's a cool nickname. But we're still dueling battle. Grandmerge attack Stratos. Izuku LP, 4000 to 2500 Izuku, scared, no, I knew that this was a mistake, I'm going to lose in one turn again. This is why I should have quit Jaden, worried hey are you okay little buddy. Izuku looked at him and saw that he had a worried look, but why? Most would look at him with hate or pity, but this man did neither. Izuku, I'm going to lose, you have 2 powerful monsters and I know nothing in my deck can beat them. Jaden, really because how I see it you still have a chance. Izuku, mad how? Jaden, smile well for one you still have your face down and just because your monsters are gone doesn't mean the duel's over. Izuku, but. Jaden, look just breathe, you don't have to take this so seriously. I think your problem is that you forgot the meaning of dueling. Izuku, confused the meaning of dueling. Jaden, smile yes so let me remind you with this. Go Neos attack him directly. Neos charges at the boy, Izuku looked scared before. Izuku, I activate my trap, a hero emerges. Now you choose 1 card from my hand and if it's a monster I can summon it. Jaden, smile yeah but if it's not it goes to the graveyard, okay then I choose the one on the far left. Izuku, shocked this is. The card you chose was E-Hero Bladedge. Bladedge, ATK, 2600 def, 1800 Jaden. Dang can't get past that, oh well, I'll throw down a face down and end my turn. Round 2, Izuku LP, 2500 hand, 3 Jaden LP, 4000 hand, 2 Jaden. Smile man that was an awesome move there, what did you say your name was? Izuku, Izuku Midori yes sir. Jaden, smile well then Izuku I have to say I knew you had something up your sleeve but I didn't think it was that. And you got a sweet monster out too. Izuku, shocked what's going on, he's not mad, how can he compliment me when he's still winning? Shouldn't he be bragging or talking bad about me? Izuku looked down at his hand and saw that his hand was shaking. Izuku, why, I've shaken during duels before but I don't feel scared. What's this feeling? Jaden, hey it's your move. Izuku, alright sorry I draw. Hand, for Izuku looked at his card but something felt different like he could see clearly. Izuku, I play Polymerization and I fuse E-Hero's Avian and Burstinatrix to fusion summon E-Hero Flame Wingman. Flame Wingman, ATK, 2100 DF, 1200 Jaden. Awesome man, that's my favorite hero. Izuku, next I play the field spell Skyscraper. A huge city formed around them as Jaden smiled. Jaden, now this will be interesting. Izuku, I can do this. Battle, Flame Wingman attack Neos with infernal rage. Flame Wingman shoots a blast of flames at Neos who blocks it. Izuku, with Skyscraper's effect, when a hero monster attacks a monster stronger than him, it gains 1000 ATK points. Flame Wingman, ATK, 2100 plus 3100. The flames consume Neos as he blows up. Jaden LP, 4000 to 3600. Izuku, wait, oh yeah. I activate Flame Wingman's ability. When he destroys a monster, you take damage equal to its ATK points. Jaden, smile, not bad, but it'll take more than that. I activate my face down Divine Wrath. Now by discarding one, I can negate your monster's effect and destroy it. Lightning comes from the sky, hitting Flame Wingman and destroying him. Izuku, not yet, I'm not done yet. I attack Grand Merge with Bloodedge. Bloodedge, ATK, 2600 plus 3600. Jaden LP, 3600 to 3300. Izuku, I end my turn. Wait, what just happened? What did I do? Jaden, see, told you, you can do it. But I can't make it that easy for you. I draw. Hand, to Jaden. I activate the spell Miracle Contact. Now by shuffling monsters from my hand, field, or graveyard into my deck, I can fusion summon a Neos fusion. I fuse Neos and Neospatian Grand Mole in my graveyard to contact fusion. The two monsters flew up into the sky as they burst into an aurora. Izuku, amazing. Jaden, come on out, hero Grand Neos. Grand Neos, ATK, 2500 diff, 2000. Jaden, I activate Grand Neos' effect. I can target one monster you control and return it to your hand. I'll send back Bloodedge. Izuku, shocked, but that leaves me wide open. Jaden, meaning it's over. Grand Neos attack him directly. Izuku LP, 2500 to 0 winner. Jaden Yuki. Jaden, smile, gotcha, looks like that's game. Izuku, smile, hehe. Jaden, smile, so do you get it now? Izuku, what do you mean? Jaden, didn't you feel that this duel was different from what you normally do? Izuku thought about it and he was right. He wasn't scared or worried, he just played the game. Jaden, well, it's getting late, you should probably head home, your mom might be getting worried. Jaden started to walk away before Izuku called out to him. Izuku, wait. Jaden, what's up? Izuku, I know I stink at dueling, I know that, but still. Will you teach me to be a duelist like you? Jaden, sorry man, I can't do that. Izuku looked heartbroken. Jaden, smile, instead I'll teach you to be better than me. Izuku, better than you, but I can't do that. Jaden, smile, no, but sooner or later you will. Meet me at the municipal beach park tomorrow after school. Izuku, wait, the beach that's full of garbage. Jaden, yep, that's the one. See you tomorrow. As Jaden left, Izuku looked at his deck, sad that he almost threw it away. Izuku, said I'm sorry. Izuku made it home. Inko, worried Izuku. Izuku, hey mom. Inko, hugs him, where have you been? I tried calling you but you left your phone. Izuku, I'm sorry mom, it's just with everything that happened I just need some space. Inko, it's fine honey, that's actually what I want to talk about. Inko began to explain that she found out about the bullying and wanted to know why he didn't say anything. He told her that he didn't want to cause her any more trouble and that he knew that if she found out about Katsuki, it would ruin her and Mitsuki's friendship. Inko, Izuku, I don't want you to ever hide something like this again. I couldn't care less about my friendship with Mitsuki, especially if she's willing to let her son get away with this. Izuku, mom. Inko, I want to press charges, but I want you to decide. Just know either way we won't be associating with them anymore. Izuku, mom, don't press charges. Inko, shocked, are you sure? Izuku, yeah, for the longest time I kept this hope that maybe, just maybe, the friend I had back then would come back. But after what he said, I could care less about what happens to him. So tell him to think of this as my last act as his friend. Inko, okay, I will. Now you might want to run. Izuku was confused before he saw his grandmother behind Inko, and she had a smile with a dark aura around her. Nana, Grin Izuku G0 Ranma would like to have a word with you Izuku. Loudly crying face why me?